Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikini and transform a Lamborghini. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote scripts.
All right here is no mystery. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 554. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Blake.
And I'm Brian.
Hey, 4/5 of us are here. That would be a passing grade in high school, 80%. So that's good. Yeah, welcome everybody. We're back in the studios this week after Steve and Izzy invaded our show last week.
But on our podcast curve, that's an A.
Yes, or a D+. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure.
Not sure which way you're curving it.
Yeah.
Have you been keeping up with the attendance?
I have not.
Great.
Are you in front of the bell curve, or are we behind the bell curve?
We're behind. Okay. You, I think Blake's at like 48% for shows.
Well, I mean, if you're not keeping track anymore, how are we supposed to know?
I'll get it back on track here. Mm-hmm. I'll go through our last couple episodes and get
40% sounds too high. I guess I'm going to have to disappear for a while.
I'm going to say like 35.
I want to be in the 20s.
You're getting close to Jim.
I want 1 in 4.
You know, be a Hall of Fame career nowadays.
Exactly.
250
and getting you in the Hall of Fame.
270?
Maybe. 270, yeah.
270 would.
275?
Yeah. Depends what position, too. 250 as a catcher?
You got to bring something else. At least like 300 home runs, at least.
No, jeez, that's a lot of home runs.
It is.
That is a lot.
Yeah, but if you change the rules and make things easier, you can get in the Hall of Fame a lot better. I mean, they were talking about L.A., De La Cruz. Mm-hmm. He's the third-person player ever to get the 20 home runs, 50 stolen bases. Well, it's pretty easy to steal bases now for 2 seasons or a season and a half.
But you can't fault him.
Oh, I don't.
For that time.
I don't fault him for it. I'm just saying you should put an asterisk by all this shit because they made it. Oh, so
you're one of those asterisk people.
That's right. I'm an asterisk.
Let's go back to Roger Maris's asterisk.
That's right.
Fuck the rest of anything that happened.
That's right. I'm an asterisk.
Well, what happens when the NFL goes to 18 games?
Exactly.
All these fucking records don't matter.
2,000 yards was a big deal when you're playing 12, 14 games a year, but now you're up to 16, now 17.
They get that in 10 games.
All right, let's make the end zone bigger. I mean, that'd be the equivalent of, like, what, stealing bases or
30,
what else?
30 yards.
Or what else? Defense can't defend pass plays on third down in the red zone.
Well, no offense, it's getting
there. You go,
pretty bad.
I mean, seriously, look how easily they made it for steals.
Well, yeah. But that makes the game more exciting.
Yeah, I mean,
you also have the pitch clock.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm just arguing.
Yeah,
for the sake of
argument. But you also have the pitch clock, and you don't have a batter calling timeout every 10 seconds and screwing up the pitcher.
Exactly. The biggest difference is you can only throw over twice.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Well, you can do the third time, but you better get him.
Yeah, if you don't get him, then they get the base
and bigger bases, and you can wear cooking mitts on your hands to extend your reach for safe.
I think what they should do is the Savannah Bananas rules. If you get a walk, you can run as many bases as you want until everybody on the other team touches the ball. That's the rule.
Okay.
So everyone has to touch the ball on the other team.
There you go.
Well, in the field.
You got to throw it around.
Yeah.
And there was never a rule against you wearing an oven mitt before. Just because they didn't doesn't mean this is a new rule.
Oh, no, I'm saying, if I was base running, I'd get the biggest oven mitt possible because that extends your reach.
I think there is rules. I mean,
where is it? Show it to me, man.
It's like a 4 foot long oven.
Why not?
4 foot long. Why not wear a what? They're 90 feet bases.
Yeah.
Wear an 80-foot long one.
That's a little ridiculous.
I mean, they increased the size of the bases, too. And you can only throw it to first twice. I mean, why wouldn't you wear a giant fucking clown hands? Wear fucking clown hands on your
The good news is, number one fan Doug doesn't even need a glove. He just reaches out and hits it.
I know. He's
Gorilla hand.
He's a freak of nature, exactly.
To be fair, let's just blame it on the baseball bat companies. They're like, hey, how else can we make money? Get this oven mitt.
Yeah.
Hey, Rogers, what are you doing over there with that oven mitt? I was sliding just for fun.
Get the big white padded clown hands.
I like it. The Mickey Mouse ones.
The I'm number one foam fingers.
I like it. Yeah. Get the Stone Cold middle finger, Stone Cold Austin middle finger one. I like this idea. What else could we build and pretend sell to baseball players that think, hey, they have to get this?
A flat bat for bunting.
It's called a cricket bat.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Let's do it.
There you go.
You get a bat with a flat side.
That require baseball players to learn how to bunt.
Well, yeah, but
If you don't want to bunt, you just flip it over. Because it's only flat on one side.
It's a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
You give them, something that will help it easier to bunt, and then they'll bunt more.
I like this.
Like
I like
you
this
said,
idea.
3 years ago, hardly anybody stole bases.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now, okay, granted, our local team is stealing them like crazy, but everyone's stealing them more than they used to.
That's true.
Yeah.
I like this idea. What can we do for football that people can't live without? Flags?
Yeah, no, people can live without flags.
Oh, okay.
They should bring back taunting.
Oh. Or as Mike Ditka says, get rid of the helmets and just make them wear leather helmets. Works for rugby.
Yeah. Or you know what? I think it'd be great if we followed the advice of Jack Lambert and put all quarterbacks in dresses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Make
Why
them
would
all
that-
wear a dress.
Why?
Why not?
Oh, just do it.
I mean, you can't touch. Yeah, I mean, you can't touch them. You can't tackle them. You can't. I mean, they're a protected.
So you're being misogynistic with this
they're
idea?
A privileged, protected position.
Okay.
And Jack Lambert said they should all wear dresses because he was much misogynistic and sexist in the 70s.
No, Jack Lambert? I'm shocked.
Yeah.
And in the 70s? No.
Yeah.
Never. Thank you, mechanic, our maintenance man
you
over
go.
there. He was closing the door.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We got some honey pickled plum for you.
We got honey pickled plum?
Yeah. This is great, I guess. We have honey pickled plum from overseas, the Pop Culture Cafe. John went overseas, and he sent us a shit ton of food. And we thank him for this. And Scott, because Scott reached out and asked for address, I think.
Okay, so together.
Yeah,
Pop Culture
John
Cafe.
picked it. John bought it. We have honey pickled plum. We're not trying them all this week.
Now,
But
where did he go overseas?
Japan.
Obviously, it's
Japan.
Asian.
Japan.
Good choice.
We got fettuccine
Yeah.
gummies.
He didn't send us any dried kelp.
Getting there. Fried chicken skin.
Ooh,
Just the skin.
cracklins.
Alfred mint chocolate. Mini chocolate. I'm sorry. Bourbon. It says bourbon on it.
Whoa,
Cool.
Japanese mini chocolate bourbons? Are those
Any Pocky?
Let's see. We got Sugaroos something. I don't know what that is.
Sugar?
It's in a different language, so
It has
it's tough
hot
to read.
sauce on it. Not sure what that is.
Ooh,
These I'm intrigued by.
something called Sugaroos with hot sauce.
Strawberry Kit Kats. Those look delightful.
Yes.
Those do look delightful.
We have death sauce,
No.
like Fritos.
Oh, yeah, no.
We're
hot.
going to die with that. We're going to wait till that one. We got cheesecake flavored Kit Kats.
Oh, I'm in.
Yes.
We got. Hold on.
When it comes to Kit Kats here in the States, we're very far behind the rest of the world.
We just pretty much have what regular
Chocolate.
and then an occasional. Here's a new flavor for a little bit, but
Yeah.
You ready for this one? Sakura and roasted soybean powder Kit Kat.
oh, we can stay behind. I'll try it.
The death sauce is going to be one of the special treats when Dr. Bednar comes back in the office.
Is that soybean Kit Kat? Is that like the equivalent of Impossible Kit Kat?
Yes.
Yes, there's no meat in this Kit Kat.
Let's see. We also have Sour Punch Pickle Roulette.
Oh, yeah.
We still have to do that.
We also have the spicy dill pickle goldfish.
Yes. I'll be honest. Of all this stuff in here, honey pickled plum sounds awful. But
Oh, really? I thought it sounded really good.
fried chicken skin scares me.
No.
Have you
Do you
ever
eat fried
eaten
chicken?
fried chicken before?
I like fried chicken.
All right, then.
But it's like potato chip
Dry,
type things.
it's in dry version.
And it's from their 7-Eleven version of convenience store.
Yeah.
So that can't be bad.
You know, of all the things that we have in here,
Yeah.
you know what we don't have?
What?
Jolly Ranchers.
What happened to the Jolly Ranchers?
I don't know. Ask your children.
Every time I do, they run away. They come back, though. This is bourbon fettuccine gummy.
Bourbon fettuccine.
Gummies. There you go. Yeah. So we got tons of stuff. We appreciate that. They also sent us the WWE Royal Rumble card game.
Ooh.
The tabletop game. So we're going to try that. Not tonight, but
I don't think it tastes too good.
it may. Mark Henry does look delicious on it.
No.
Brian's checking the packaging to make sure there's no seafood in there, right?
Yeah, amongst other things.
Okay. Just making sure. But yes, thank you guys. We appreciate it. Very nice box game.
Yeah.
And
we appreciate it at the moment.
Yeah. Tomorrow I might say other things.
Depending upon what we try and eat, we may not appreciate it as much.
Good news is there is no ranch ice cream. So that's good. That is very good. But yeah, thank you
It would
guys.
have melted by the time we got back here.
It didn't stop Doug when Doug brought it. I mean, to be fair,
He just refroze it.
yeah.
It tasted like it got melted and refrozen, so.
All right, so the brand of these are bourbon is the name of the company that makes these.
Oh, they fooled us.
So it's not bourbon
So
flavored.
these are fettuccine gummy colas, according to
Okay.
So it should taste like cola? Is that what we get?
maybe. Hang on.
I'm guessing by fettuccine they mean the shape.
Yeah. We can find
not
out real
actual
quick.
pasta.
Open it up and eat it.
I mean, we can start with that.
Okay, what are we trying?
The fettuccine gummies.
Okay. These aren't like marijuana things, right?
Hope not, because otherwise we're all crashing here today.
That's fine, but
Oh, that didn't look good when you
No, you got to take
took
it
your
out
nose away from it.
and eat it. Just one. Thank you. I'm on a diet.
I'm pretty sure it smells like gummy, like cola.
Oh, it smells like cola.
Yeah.
I get the
oh, this
cola
can't be
smell.
that bad, right?
Yeah, okay. They're like flat fettuccine noodle shape,
Yeah.
Flat fettuccine gummy.
covered in sugar.
It has a little weird cola taste to it.
Oh, I like it.
It's good though.
A lot of sugar up front.
Yeah.
Cola on the back.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Has a little kick. It's pretty good. I would eat these again.
Yeah.
Again, this is not like a marijuana thing.
It's like a big burst of Big K Cola
Yeah.
after sugar.
I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a Dr. Pepper or anything or a Coke. It seems like an off-brand.
Nor Pepsi.
Yeah, cola.
Flat Pepsi.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I like that one.
It's not bad.
I'd say better than flat Pepsi.
Flat Japanese Pepsi.
Okay.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Well done. That was a good one.
Good.
That was a good one.
Good
Yeah.
start.
I'd say closer to RC Cola.
RC cola.
True.
Yeah. Whew. That was nice. Let me try one more of this. Did you see that Ohio?
Yeah, I could do a second round of that.
Ohio did a what do you call it? Started selling marijuana now,
Recreational.
recreational marijuana, and it was funny because all the news stations were out at these places that opened up because I forget how many there is in Ohio. But anyways, they were out and about all in Cincinnati. And like the biggest one had like 20 people in line. Like to start the morning because they were expecting like hundreds of people, like, and the one owner's like, we didn't know what to expect. We've had 4 people sleeping out here overnight in their cars because they were worried that they weren't going to be the first in line. And they're like, yeah, we also think that the people that have the medical cards, they're like, we're not going out today. This is a crazy day.
The people with the cards, no.
Yeah, if you got medical cards already, why would you stand in line?
Yeah, so, but that happened today. They did say, though, the ones that have the medical cards, even if there's a line, they will go ahead of the recreational users.
Mm-hmm. Good for them.
Yeah, you just have to show your card, and they'll let you go first. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
The Hippocratic Oath in action.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't think drug dealers take the Hippocratic Oath.
They're not drug dealers.
The people who sell drugs
Have their cannabis
are drug
professionals.
dealers.
The pharmacist.
Oh, yeah, they're drug dealers.
Okay.
They're drug dealers.
But they might take the Hippocratic Oath.
Okay.
Pharmacists. I don't know for a fact, and pharmacists could correct me on this. They might take the oath, but I'm saying the guy running the pot store, I don't think does.
You don't know that. Could be classy.
No, I think they all take the Pfizer Lilly oath.
Down the hall. Let's see here. Wow. Whew. That's some good stuff, though. I like that.
I like the cola.
When you coated in enough sugar, I mean,
it doesn't
not
even
bad.
need the sugar. I think the fettuccine with the cola flavor alone was good enough.
well, the fettuccine shape.
Yeah, the gummy.
Yeah, that's
the cola flavored
gummy.
gummy.
There's no pasta in this.
No, it's shaped
None that
like
we know of.
So we're going to...
It's
There could be
There's
pasta.
a slight sour in there.
Yeah.
Flavor as well.
We're going live on Facebook, History of Bad Ideas podcast.
We are?
Yes. For fried chicken skin.
Why do you want to go live for that one? We had this brilliant cola gummy that was real good, and now you're going to make me eat fried
looks
chicken
good.
skin.
Let's see how many calories. I don't know.
800.
I don't know. Good news is it doesn't expire until October 2024, so we're okay.
We just got to eat it before
Brian,
October.
Jeff, you want to do that?
No.
Brian, you excited about this one?
Yeah. Yeah.
This sounds awful.
No, it sounds good.
I mean, if you're a fan of KFC extra crunchy,
Ugh. I do like chicken skin.
I mean, I'll try a little bit. I can do that.
This one has me worried though. Let's see here. And then we can take a break. Well, we could probably finish up on a Kit Kat, right?
Yeah, we'll take a break. Woo, I'm tired of podcasting already.
I mean, food-wise.
Oh, my mouth chewing. I can't talk
Brian,
anymore.
what type of what kind do you want? The cheesecake, strawberry, or soybean? Kit Kat.
Let's go cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
I can vote for cheesecake as the next.
I could go for just cheesecake in general, Joe.
All right, I'm going to eat this chicken skin. I don't even like chicken
It looks
skin,
like
to be honest.
leftover
Well, yeah,
crumbs of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
that's exactly what it looks like, and I'm not a big fan of chicken skin, so
Do you like chicken?
not really.
Oh.
And that's exactly what it tastes like.
And it's cold, though. At least when you're eating fried chicken, it's warm.
It's like you had it in the refrigerator, then you took it back. You put it in the fridge and store.
It's like the morning after you're having
morning
KFC.
after,
Ooh,
and
no.
somebody ate your chicken breast, but there's nothing but crumbs left over, and in an act of desperation, you
This looks awful.
scoop up the crumbs. And
Brian
eat it.
likes it.
It tastes
is
like
good.
it looks. I don't like it.
Nothing bad about that.
It really does taste like KFC.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they actually bag this up and sell it.
Why not?
This actually isn't bad.
It probably comes from KFC.
Yeah, I mean,
After they're done, they clean out their stuff, and
All good.
KFC's huge in Japan. Don't
Put
get me
it in a
wrong.
trash bag and then they sell it to this company.
you know what? If Long John Silver would scoop out their excess batter pieces and put it in a bag,
He's got
I'd
a
eat
point.
that too.
He's got a point. That's much better. I like
Brian,
that.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
It really does taste like fried chicken skin.
Yeah.
Honestly,
a little
it
cold.
reminds me of the Crispies from Long John Silver's.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's actually not
A little,
bad.
a little different.
Not the taste-wise.
Okay, we're cleansing the palate. Now we got strawberry cheesecake flavor.
Kit Kats. Need help
Kats.
opening that?
Yeah, I'm just kind of show Oh, this expires in February 2025, so we're good.
Oh, we're very good.
We're very good. So there's the Royal Rumble card game.
It's a cool trapezoidal box, too.
It is. It is. Oh, they're individually packaged.
Packed.
Look at that.
Kit Kat treats.
Japanese think of everything.
I mean, it's like you went Halloween trick-or-treating, and this is what you would
good.
get, when people throw the stuff out in your bag.
Thank you. Flip it around here. Here we go. Oh, another one. This has to be good, right?
Smells good.
Do we have an extra one in there for Jim?
One left over.
Okay.
I just opened it, and it smells good.
If we each get 2, there's 1 left over.
I don't know if that smells good.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like melted together. Let's see.
Like a Kit Kat that got melted during travel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Tell me how you really feel.
That is to die for. Oh, that is good. Oh, my goodness. If you send us like 18 boxes of this cheesecake Kit Kat, you will get a floppy. Hell, I may even get you into the Cincinnati Comic Expo for free.
When is that?
October 18th through the 20th. Jason Isaacs is going to be there.
Yeah.
Hobie's going to be there.
We will be there.
Yeah, so you send us this. Whew. Man, that is good. Good job.
yeah.
Thank
A
you.
lot.
Thank you, Pop Culture.
Yeah, that 3 for 3 right there.
Whoa. I don't know about 3 for 3. But
Really, you just said you liked the chicken skins.
chicken is good. The fettuccine Coke is okay. I mean, it's good. But, oh.
Actually, the cola gummy is my favorite so far.
Cola gummies? Even above the cheesecake?
Even above the cheesecake.
Wow.
That cheesecake is, oh. Brian, help me out here.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I like the Kit Kats the best. I mean, all 3 are good.
Did you like the fried chicken?
I'd feel strange if I bought a pack of it to eat.
The fried chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, they need bigger strips. That's the thing. It's like all crumbled up. Not a big fan of that part.
It probably gets crumbled up in shipping, too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. These Kit Kats, though, oh, man. This might be even better than some of my favorite Oreos. Man, that was good. Anyways, moving on. Whew. October 18th through the 20th, Hobie will be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. The cast of X-Men 97, the majority of them will be there. We have 2 panels going.
You said majority, so that means 3 out of the 4?
No, 7 out of 8.
7 out of 8, I meant?
Well, I'm sure there's more than 8 people that do voices.
The
for
main
that.
ones. The main ones.
Oh, I thought you said Fantastic Four. Sorry.
No.
X-Men.
Fantastic Four, the first steps.
But are they technically X-Men, too?
No.
No, technically they are not.
No.
It's right, because they were changed by radiation.
Correct.
X-Men, well, the X-Men are mutants, but not all mutants are X-Men. The Fantastic Four are mutates, not mutants.
Aha. It's all in definition.
Yep.
Man, that is good. So San Diego Comic-Con, they were talking about Fantastic Four, the movie coming out. And online, I don't know, I wouldn't condone it. But if you did happen to see it, they did have people leak the footage from Fantastic Four.
What?
And it's the prelim footage. And, from what I've heard, I didn't see it, but from what I've heard, it looks very cool.
I think before they're done with all their special effects and everything?
Supposedly it has some special effects in it. Galactus is in it. He actually looks like Galactus. He's peeking inside a skyscraper. The rumor is this is it's test footage to kind of get the feel of it and everything. But it looks great. You don't see any of the guys really in terms of like their powers or anything like that. But you see the whole cast in that. I
don't know. You might see the Invisible Woman using her power.
Is it Pedro Pascal?
Yes.
He's Mr. Fantastic. He looks supposedly he looks great in it. So yeah, I hate the Fantastic Four. I don't care about the Fantastic Four. I think they're boring in the comic books. I think every one of their movies, except for the Roger Corman one, is horrible.
You like the Roger Corman one.
But it looks. I'm hoping it's good.
And they keep trying to push this on everybody.
Fantastic Four. Yeah.
How many Fantastic Four movies does this make? The fourth, fifth?
Officially, this is a fourth. Unofficially, fifth.
Yeah.
Well, and I think we've talked about this before. It's like in the comic books, Jeff, when they kept pushing Sentry. We don't care about Sentry.
They're still pushing him. They're talking about him being like the next thing for the MCU.
He's the villain in Thunderbolts.
He's the villain. Okay.
Yes.
Spoiler.
He's being the villain?
Yeah.
Or the Thunderbolts the villains?
Well, they're a group of villains, but they go against Sentry. That's who they're trying to kill. So, spoilers, they're not going to kill him.
What's Sentry guarding?
This guy. He flies a lot.
Guarding us all.
I think he actually has a mental illness. I think
Yeah.
he has some type of mental illness. Not bipolar, but something. I mean, in theory.
Great. So they're trying to kill somebody with a mental disability.
Yes.
That makes
they
me
are.
feel good.
Yeah. I'm not.
Well,
But
these aren't nice people, the Thunderbolts.
No, they're not.
my thing is, though, like, Sentry wouldn't be a bad character, but they pushed him so hard in the comic books. And people were like, we don't care. Hey, you want more Sentry? No. Well, you got it. Here he comes.
Sorry. Sentry is just not going to happen.
No, it's just not happening. The rumor is that Thunderbolts will not be the title of the film. It's going to be Dark Avengers because they're going to try to tie because they don't think Thunderbolts.
That's two completely different groups.
Yes. But
Granted, I think these are closer to the Dark Avengers than they are to the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, because it's Crimson Guard or whatever his name is, the Harbor one.
Yeah, David Harbour.
You got Black Widow's sister.
The new Black Widow.
Yeah. You got U.S. Agent. You got. I'm trying to think who else is in it.
Bucky.
Bucky is not part of it, but he helps them.
Okay, I thought. He was part
You got
of it.
Taskmaster.
Oh yeah.
She was in it. And there's who else is in it?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah, she's running it. So it'll be interesting. But they said that I guess they don't want to make the mistake of putting an unknown name out there, so they're going to tie it back to Dark Avengers. So that's the rumor.
But that mistake, like Guardians of the Galaxy, that unknown name.
Eternals.
Schizophrenia and
Anxiety
disorder is what officially Sentry has.
Okay. And he's a stupid outfit too. So speaking of,
Well, it's
What's a big shirt with an S on it for Sentry?
pretty
no,
much
it's on
is.
his belt.
It's on his belt, but it's yellow. It's a big yellow costume.
It's great for hiding in the dark. For stealth.
How Blake has no fucking idea what this character is, and he already gets the costume. Is that ass on it? Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what he looks like in the supposedly in the footage that's been.
I mean, he was kind
out.
of their version of Superman.
I guess.
They kind of threw Superman powers at him. It's like, oh, let's give the guy with like all the powers and then give him the mental illness and see what happens.
Here's the best part. Okay, Blake, you ready? This is the best part. You're going to go nuts on this one.
Hit me with it.
So he's been around for
Hold
a
on.
long
Pitch
time.
it to me like the Sony board.
Okay, so here's the best part in the comic books. You ready? He's been around forever, but excuse me, sir.
We've never heard of him.
You've never heard of him? You know why?
Why?
Johnson, give me an idea. Somebody mind wiped everybody in the world and they forgot about him. Sounds good. That's how we're doing it.
Brilliant.
The entire planet.
The
Memory
entire-
erased.
Yep. Nobody remembers him.
Like a big Men in Black flash.
Yep. Let's call it Flashpoint. That's DC, sir. Damn it, Johnson, you're fired.
Point flash. We call it point flash.
Make it happen.
Where's Torch Boy coming to this?
He's coming up in the first steps. We got another one.
He still flies, right?
We're going to have him as angsty this time.
Catches everybody on fire.
Yeah, he just catches people on fire.
He flies until you suck his fire away, then he'll plummet to the ground.
How are you going to suck his fire away?
With your mouth?
Whoa. I like this character. It's risky. Can we make Fantastic Four R-rated? Because when I read the books, I thought it was very R-rated.
What happens is it's not very green energy, so he eventually runs out of fuel.
Oh, I like it.
And then he's got to use solar panels to get around.
Can we put solar panels on his back?
Solar panels on his back instead of a cape.
I like it.
And then
I like it.
it's not always reliable because It gets cloudy.
And he falls to his death sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Repeatedly falls to his death.
You like that Kenny kid from South Park? Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then, the problem is he only can fight crime for 8 hours every 3 days because he's got to go home and charge up.
Got to charge up.
And 24 hours.
And, we'll use...
he's like a Cybertruck.
turbines. We'll put a turbine on the bottom of his feet as he flies around.
Oh, I like it.
And the wind spins the turbine, and that gives him power to move and fly.
To be fair, I think that was what Stan Lee was thinking about when he created these guys.
You know what his weakness is?
What's that?
A flock of seagulls.
The band?
Yes.
Oh, even better.
Get the bands.
And they can fly.
I ran.
And they run really fast. That's right. And they run
I ran so far away.
into the propellers, and it stops it, and they fall, and he dies again.
I'll be honest, I don't know why Marvel doesn't hit Sony up for more ideas. Great ideas. Great ideas. Sir, we actually lost the rights to Fantastic Four. God dang it, Johnson, I thought I fired you.
Actually, we never had the rights to that.
The rights.
Fox.
Oh!
Even better, Torch Boy.
Hey, welcome on. I'm Amy from Fox. How you doing?
Even better, Torch Boy. His arch enemy is the chicks that throw tomato soup onto Van Goghs.
Sir, did you just
Why
say
would that
chicks?
be an arch enemy?
Because I'll throw the soup on him and put the flames out.
Or he'll cook the soup.
You know who the biggest enemy is? Clouds. Damn you, Mother Nature!
Tubes.
We
We got to get hit with this younger generation.
So catch that movie coming out. It looks great.
Avoid that movie at all
Dark
costs.
Angels, Fantastic Four, The First Steps.
Awesome.
It's all one film.
There you go.
All one film. You all made the team. Except for you and you.
And you.
Brian?
I don't know why Sony doesn't buy all of our stuff, man.
Well, and here's the worst part. They do. And that's why these films fail. Yeah, that's the worst part about the century is, he's been around forever. Well, okay, how come nobody remembers him?
Because he's been standing around. He hasn't been doing anything.
He's like the British soldier.
He just stands there.
The
He's
British Guard.
Century.
You can find us on nerdly.co.uk. Good day, Governor.
Well, that does remind me there was an X-Men character that they wrote. He's been around the whole time.
Okay.
But his power is no one remembers him.
Ever?
Like, he's there the whole time, and then when he leaves, you forget he was there. So that's why he's not in any of these stories. Is
that true?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't remember. I mean...
I see what you did there.
No, you hit the wrong button. There we go. Okay, that was Jason. I did not hit that air horn.
Speaking of Marvel, Brian.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the MCU.
I'm hooked, man. I'm back in.
So this weekend you watch 87 Marvel shows to get back into it, right?
I did not.
What'd you watch?
I watched Deadpool and Wolverine.
Did it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it this weekend. So, was it good?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay. Jeff, you liked it you saw it last weekend, right?
I did.
Blake, have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet. I would like to.
Yes.
It's probably my favorite of the three.
Okay.
His X-Men name is Forget Me Not.
Is that a Care Bear?
No.
So, it didn't get great critics reviews. But the fans love it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Critic reviews mean nothing to me.
Would you pick the first one or the second one as your second favorite?
First one.
Yeah, I thought the second one was a little weak.
Yeah,
it was enjoyable, but
I enjoyed the second one. I think mostly what I enjoyed was the riffing between Josh Brolin and Ryan Reynolds. Like they had really good chemistry, but I don't think the story was great.
Yeah.
But I mean, by no means is it a bad movie. But of the three, it's my least favorite.
Okay. Did anyone go into a wood chipper this time? They did in the second one.
No.
It was the invisible guy, wasn't? Oh, no. He got hit with the electrical.
Yeah, no, it was a zeitgeist that went into
That's
the
right.
chipper.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I was pleasantly surprised and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Did the multiverse make sense after this movie?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, enough to where I don't.
Doesn't matter.
No, but I will say that after watching it, I went home and I started. I'm working my way through the 11 X-Men films
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like I'm familiar with them, and I've seen some of them. I haven't seen all of them, but I really enjoyed Wolverine. Like,
Yeah.
I think that just the character. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I enjoyed him, so I wanted to watch it all the way, like, through.
We did that a couple years ago, about a year ago, with my oldest son. We didn't get through all of them yet, thank God, because we stopped at Age of Apocalypse. But I thought the second one, X-Men 2, was probably my favorite one. X-Men, the first one, did you see that one yet?
I watched the first one last night. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little rough to see, like...
It's rough.
Yeah, it
doesn't
doesn't
age
age
well.
well. I
Yeah.
mean, it was like when it was the only game book, the only game in town. It's like, oh yeah, X-Men.
Yeah.
Then when there's other things, it's like, oh well.
Watching it 24 years after it came
Yes.
out, it's tough to not think like, man, this is bad.
Yeah.
But then when you think about, okay, when this came out, it was great.
Yeah.
So
I do laugh, though, because of the Pete Holmes jokes, you know, when he's firing the X-Men. Like, when I see Magneto standing on the Statue of Liberty or whatever, and I just keep thinking of Storm, just make a hurricane. Send him away. Like, just knock him out. Wolverine, I can go get him, but we have Storm.
I get, but you're made of metal. That's the one thing he can do.
I got a motorcycle.
What do you think a motorcycle's made out of?
Tubes.
yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by the cameos in the movie.
There were a lot
There
of
were a
them.
lot of them.
Good luck trying not to find any information out online. Like, I've avoided any spoilers possible.
But
and
you
like,
still found some.
Well, yeah, comicbookmovie.com, where I get
You
a lot of my
went
news
to
from.
comicbookmovie.com
Well, I was
knowing
looking-
you're trying to avoid
I was looking
spoilers.
for news articles, but they don't even hide it in the story. Like, everything, like, so-and-so's cameo. I'm like, seriously? Like, come on.
You have to avoid going to any of the places that would just talk about it.
I mean, they had it under wraps for at least the first week or two
Yeah.
of the release. Now it's been out for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
Now they're all
it's
like,
fair game.
And it is
out,
fair
fair
game. After
game.
2 weeks, I get
I mean, come on, everyone's seen it, right? Based on the amount of money it's made, there's no one left to see it.
Blake and I haven't. I'm seeing it Friday.
well, I know Elektra's in it now.
I
Yeah.
didn't tell you that.
Jennifer Garner. She's
'Cause
going
I
to be
saw
she's the new Rockford
An
Files.
article in them that just popped up in my news feed.
That
I'm like,
same thing
well,
happened.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess.
Did she fight on a
Jennifer Garner's
seesaw?
in it with a Ben Affleck joke? Apparently,
Well, I'm not going to tell you what the Ben Affleck joke was.
Matt Damon in it. Matt Damon.
Or if there even was a Ben Affleck joke.
His life is kind of a joke lately.
No, I'll confirm there was a Ben Affleck joke in it.
yes.
Would you be open to a fourth one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. There's
I mean, give me 2 years. It'll take a while for...
He may have to in order to
Keep
in
up
order to
Wrexham?
keep paying the Wrexham bills.
they're going to get high enough. They'll be fine. I will say there's been rumors going on that Deadpool and Wolverine will show up in Secret Wars. The
Oh,
Avengers
God, yeah.
Secret Wars,
Secret
movie.
Wars is throwing everybody at the wall.
And Doctor Doom.
Now,
Hey.
now, did McElhenney, did they cut his cameo? From what I understand,
He is. All I will say is that he is in the credits.
okay.
Okay.
But that's the thing is his cameo. He has a mask, so you wouldn't know if it was him or not anyway.
So
Yeah.
there's everybody has seen the female Deadpool is in it, and that's
Lady
even the-
Deadpool, not
Yeah.
female Deadpool.
Yes.
Lady Pool.
Lady
My
Pool.
daughter even goes, Dad, can I see it? I was like, absolutely not. She's like, I heard it was Taylor Swift. It is not.
It is
But
not.
it could be.
It is not.
But she's
Confirmed
like,
it is not.
but she thinks it is. And she's like, I just want to watch it. I was like, you are not watching Deadpool. Not watching Deadpool.
tell her it's I can tell her who it is if she doesn't believe me.
I think I know who it is.
Well, you can't see who it is anyway, but
Yeah.
it's not Taylor Swift.
I am watching Deadpool on Friday, and I'm doing it back to back with Trap, the M. Night movie.
Nice.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
So I'm actually free this weekend. My whole family's gone. They're going camping with her whole family, and I don't camp like that. So I'm staying home, and I got a whole 4 days to myself. So I'm going to see a lot of movies. Seeing a Mystery Science Theater,
oh, you are going to
the
that.
Riff Tracks
Yep.
on Thursday night. Yeah, pretty excited. They're doing a live Riff Tracks and then simulcasting it over 700 theaters, I think. So they're doing Point Break.
Their riff tracking Point Break.
Yes.
The original.
Yep. Second one would have been better.
Yeah, the remake probably would have been better to riff on.
Yeah.
But
Did you watch any other movies, Brian?
No movies that I think. No.
Got anything else? Nope.
No. Not that I can think of. I'll probably think of it in a minute.
Blake, anything? You went to
House of-
Gen Con.
Yeah, I figured I would talk about that in listener feedback
Okay, we can do
because
that.
there's a specific question about it.
Okay.
But House of the Dragon wrapped up.
yep.
Did anything happen?
No.
No. It was an entire season of nothing happening.
About 2 things happened in the season.
True. I mean,
But
the one major
the
event,
last,
yeah,
I'm like, all right, they're setting this up.
gotta
Something
be a great.
they're going to end on
battle
a
to
big
end on.
something,
Yeah.
and nope,
No,
they're marching to war.
yeah.
And you're like, no, come on, you got to give us something.
We've been doing it the entire season of marching to war.
You got to give us something. Come on.
It was
Well, they did
disappointing.
announce today there's only going to be 4 seasons.
Yeah,
boy.
I mean,
And the next season doesn't start shooting until next year.
yeah. So we got 2 years
Yeah.
to wait till the next season
Yeah.
to see. And
Still faster than George R.R. Martin's books.
oh yeah,
Yeah. still on track to beat the release of what Winter Dragon or what was it? Winds of Winter.
wins a winner.
Hey, George, this is your publisher. I just want to let you know that, we're going to have 2 of your TV series end before you even get me that book. Could you speed it along?
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel like it. I made a map of the whole area.
I mean, Nine of the Seven Kingdoms is going to be out before it releases, Winds of Winter.
What's that?
Nine of the Seven Kingdoms. It's it's
That's
Duncan
another
Egg.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. The Jon Snow show that they canceled is going to be out before wins a winner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I disappointed in the ending? Yeah. Was it overall a good series? It was good. It wasn't bad, but it basically it literally was nothing but a filler series in between season 1 and season 3, and obviously they're going to try and milk this for as many seasons as they could, which apparently is now 4.
They're doing 4 seasons, so I don't think they're milking it for that
Well,
long. But
Honestly, this part actually in Fire and Blood, you could have done in 2 seasons, I think.
oh yeah, I mean, they're dragging it out
They're
for.
dragging it.
I mean, they could have done it in 1 season if
Yeah,
they really.
1 season, 10 episodes. But yeah, okay, I understand. I mean, yeah, you want to make money.
But I just thought, when you're doing a season finale, you got to give us something.
Yeah,
Even if, like in Game of Thrones, it was always the second to last episode,
Or
that,
give a
that
good-
had the big something.
yeah. Or give a good cliffhanger where you're like, oh my god, what's going to happen? Now I have to wait for the next season. There wasn't. It was like, okay, well, you know what? They're marching there.
And they're marching
Hightower's
there.
in jail. Rhaenyra's looking at dragons. Aegon's taking a carriage ride. Aemon's pissed. I'm like, dude, there's nothing that
Hey,
happens.
the Starks crossed the bridge.
Starks cross the bridge.
Are they still in this thing?
Yeah.
Well, this is this is stuff that
everybody.
happened 200 years before Game of Thrones. So
Christopher Cole's still alive.
yep.
There's a lot of fun they could have had. I mean, okay, whatever.
Well, I mean, they really only killed 1 major character in the entire season.
Yeah. It's pretty disappointing.
I mean, it's a whole story about a war.
It
so
is. I mean,
you would
it is
expect
pretty
more
disappointing.
death.
Yeah. As far as George R.R. Martin main characters getting killed off, this had a very low score.
Hey, it's a show about war. Is there going to be a battle?
Well, I guess if you count the child, that's 2 deaths.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers.
Yeah.
How many dragons were in it?
A lot.
Oh.
Is
there a lot of dragons
about
in the other
11
series?
dragons?
Is there a lot of dragons in Game of Thrones?
No, there are 3.
Yeah. It's. Yeah. Anyways,
Anything else you watch?
it was okay. I started Rome.
Oh,
Granted, I'm like 15, 20 years too late.
2005 called.
Yeah, 2005 called, and actually we started it because we're like, okay, what are we going to watch? I'm like, well, you know what? This Rome is always good, and I always wanted to watch it. We started watching it, and she's like, this is a series written by men for men. What am I wasting my time?
Lots of sex. Lots of nudity.
Lots of nudity, but I like pulled it up. I was like, then I rattled it off. I was like, well, it's got like 37 Emmy nominations, 9. I mean, it was a pretty popular series back in the day. It was Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones.
Aren't they coming out with some new Roman television show?
I don't know.
I believe I think it's out actually on Hulu, maybe.
Oh, it's out already. Okay.
Maybe.
So how many times a day do you think about ancient Rome?
Oh, at least once.
Okay. Once a day.
An hour.
Once an hour. Oh, okay.
Oh, I finished Bosch. That's what it was.
okay.
I finished all 7 plus the 2, the spinoff Legacy. So I finished it all
Nice.
again.
Great. Okay.
It's a lot of car parts.
Does it get better with a second viewing?
It does. Yeah, there were a few things that I missed, and it was, yeah. The second season of Legacy is way better than I thought it was after after watching it the first time. Watching it again, I missed a lot of things, I guess, and it was way better than I initially thought.
I saw The Hangover 1. Had that on in the background. And then I started watching The Hangover 2 in the background.
Let me know when you get to The Hangover 3.
That's awful.
I have not seen the third one.
Third one's not good. Second one and first one are actually pretty funny. It still holds up really well.
First one I'd say is good. The second one is okay.
It's more enjoyable. I think it's because I have no
expectations.
Yeah, and the second one's a lot more fun. I mean, it's fun than I remember. Third one, I don't even know if I'm going to get to the third one.
I wouldn't honestly worry about it.
So I've seen the third one, and I remember it being awful. So, yeah, that was my thing. That's what. And Brian, almost done with Friday Night Lights. 4 episodes left.
There you go.
It's really good. Really good.
I told you.
So
4 episodes left.
yes.
Just in time, just before high school football season really starts out.
Yeah, it is. 2 weeks.
Yeah, he'll never watch those 4 episodes in 2 weeks.
Yes, I will. Yes, we will.
He'll finish those before he finishes, one more episode of Jessica Jones.
What's that? Is that a series?
Yes, a really good one.
Let's see here. What do we got here? We did have a social media poll of the week.
So I watched things.
Oh, what did you watch?
No, I didn't watch it.
Okay.
You didn't ask, though. I felt left out. I mean, I did finish this season, the newest season of Criminal Minds.
Oh, I got to start that. I liked the last season.
Okay.
Do you like this one?
Hit and miss.
Not
Okay.
that incredible. Minds.
Criminal Minds.
Oh, I thought you said incredible minds.
I was not getting that joke. Criminal Minds.
Incredible minds. Oh, wasn't that great? Well, that wasn't incredible.
Anyways, we had social media poll of the week. You
Sorry.
can find us at the Bad Ideas on Facebook. We had what's your favorite summer Olympic sport? We had archery, fencing, judo, and tennis got 0. Let's see here. Rugby got 3% of the vote. So there you go. Soccer got 10%. Let's see here. Whoop. Sorry. Back it up. Swimming got 20%. Beach volleyball, I'm sorry, got 13%.
Yeah.
Gymnastics got 20. Let me make sure this is correct. 24%.
Ooh.
And track and field got 24%. We also had votes for team handball, which has been enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
Once you figure out the rules.
Brian, you're a big fan of canoe.
Get it.
Canoe slalom.
Yep, the canoe. I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's pretty
that
impressive.
exists, and it
Are Are they getting in trouble being in the water? Or
So they're not in the they have their own
Special.
special created course.
Because it's like the rapids. And that upper arm strength is impressive to go back
Silly.
up the
Yeah.
rapids.
I could do it.
And then just the whole thing, they drop them from a platform 12 and a half feet in the air directly into the water, and then they have to go underneath and roll under two different things, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it existed, but it's awesome.
And then Equestrian got another one. Did anybody see the video of the speed walking, which is, I guess, a sport now in the Olympics?
Yeah.
And
It's been a sport.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. But it was women speed walking.
You have to keep 1 foot on the ground at all times.
Is that what the rule
No
is?
matter how
Yeah.
fast you walk, you have to have 1 foot on the ground.
Huh. So,
If you ever leave the ground, you're done. Disqualified. Out of there.
so there was a woman running it. She was in third place. She saw the
Walking it?
Walking, sorry. She was getting the bronze, and she had the flag around her, and she puts up her hand, and she thought she had it won. She can see the finish line, and she's smiling. She's just going around, and then another person from another country walks by her, just not even she's like, I'm going to the win, and you just see the lady's face go from, oh my God, to what the fuck, and they show
She
it.
celebrated
in the video.
before she crossed the line.
Yes.
That's
Oh my God, you don't do
She
that.
got no medal.
So she's
Three?
like,
Oh, she was going for the bronze?
Bronze, yeah.
Oh, okay.
she's like football receivers that spike the ball before they cross
Yep.
the goal line.
It was hilarious because they have the video of zooming in on her face.
Awesome.
And she's just you see the face just crumble.
That's why you don't stop until you cross
No.
the line.
I mean, you figure after, was it last Winter Olympics, where the snowboarder, was probably going to win, but decided to do a little fancy celebration and fell and wiped out.
Yes.
And it's well, there went your chance of winning because you celebrated before you crossed the line.
Yep.
Did anybody vote for co-ed boxing?
Stop it. Down the line.
Down the line,
Down the hall.
there is no co-ed boxing.
Oh, now the internet told me wrong.
Yeah. Well, don't trust the internet. There was also the what race was it? The 4x400 women's, where was it? Netherlands, I think, was in the lead, and the U.S. was coming up, and they were running neck and neck coming to the end, and the lady from the Netherlands wiped out. Fell down. Boom. It's oh, you felt so bad for her.
Yeah.
And before she could get up, somebody else crossed the line. I think they ended up at silver, but it was oh man.
Obviously the pole vaulter knocking the stick off with his penis, has made the rounds.
Yes. What is that all about?
I think the pole vaulter, as he was crossing the pole, his bulge was too big and it knocked
Knocked it down?
Yes. I think it disqualified him from medal competition too.
Oh.
Well, I mean, yeah, there
What
was
a
a lot of people
cross
got.
But here's the deal. If he won the gold medal, nobody would know who he is. But it's made him famous. He was offered $250,000 contract. I forget what
Really?
I didn't go in to read the details, but
What, Pornhub?
I have no idea. But he's obviously going to be able to cash in with his notoriety.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. So he didn't win a gold, but he may win a floppy.
He's famous.
Oh.
That's right.
Well, okay, now I got to write it down somewhere that he definitely is getting a floppy this year. We'll have to find out his name.
Dick pull.
No, he was a baseball
Yes,
coach.
he was. Yes, he was. Blake, you got some listener feedback down there?
Oh, well, yes, I do.
What you got? Here, let me introduce it.
I'm going to move down to the other end of the table.
You say
next
that
week.
every week.
That's right. For listener feedback, brought to you by, I wish Pitbull would buy sponsorship and listener feedback. He just bought native stadium naming rights.
Yes.
To FIU's football field.
Good for him.
Did not hear
Pit
that.
Bull.
Yeah.
The Pit Bowl.
I don't know if that's what they're going
It's
to call
going
it.
to be BOWL.
The Pit Bull. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, it's just going to be Pitbull Stadium.
Oh, it should be the Pit Bowl.
Florida International University cashing in. From number one gold medal listener in our hearts.
Number one fan,
Ape hands.
Beaver Tail,
Beaver Hip,
Beaver Hands,
7.
Ape Hands.
Chili Billy.
He's disqualified from the high jump because
Joel of the Licking.
his name is Big D.
Oh.
Dad.
And he can't get that high because he has too much drag.
Thirsty Boy.
The Screwdriver.
Sunny D.
These are amazing.
What are you eating? Spicy dill pickle.
Pickled
No,
goldfish.
I forgot there was spicy to him.
I was handed
Yeah,
the
no,
goldfish, but then Jason made me read. Okay, why are sports fans the dumbest / most unrealistic fans? People online are pushing for the Bengals to trade Chase to Minnesota to team him with Jefferson for a first and second round pick and wide receiver Jordan Addison. Please explain how this would not work.
So he wants to know why it's a good idea and would work?
Explain how this would not work.
Oh.
And basically he's saying Bengals fans are the dumbest and most unrealistic fans.
Bengals aren't asking for it.
But the Bengals fans are.
No, they're not.
People online are pushing for the Bengals to trade Jamar Chase
Not the Bengal
Yes.
fans.
to Minnesota.
Yes.
I think it's the Minnesota fans are clamoring for it.
Yeah, so this is just the flip side of all the Bengals fans getting all hyped up thinking that they were going to trade for Justin Jefferson. And now this is just Minnesota's response to that.
Yes.
They just paid Justin Jefferson, so they're not going to pay him. They're not going to pay 2 wide receivers $60 million a year.
While their quarterback situation is very questionable.
I mean, depending on what J.J. McCarthy looks like. But, yeah.
Questionable.
Yeah. So, no. Just, no. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. It's not going to happen, but people think it is.
No one thinks it is. Even the people who wrote the damn article don't think it is.
No.
That's more of a, what if?
And he really didn't get much out of it as a first, second, and a wide receiver. I was like, I think you probably should be getting more than that.
Well, I don't know. They only spent a first to get him.
That's true.
Yep.
These pickled goldfish aren't bad.
Oh, they're delightful.
I'm not sure. I didn't. The spicy is hanging around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'm not sure if I like that.
I'm not even a fan of goldfish usually. These are really good. I'm not sure.
Dilly.
I like the dill.
I don't think the spice is that bad.
It's not bad until you eat a bunch of them and then it's just sitting on your tongue.
Oh, well, I'm eating one at a time because I have to read.
Well, maybe I should just do one at a time.
There you go. All right, so are we done with dumb, most unrealistic fans?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hate those hypothetical what ifs of these trades, and you're like, what are you guys talking about? It's so stupid. But then again, if you had told me that we were going to sign Deshaun Watson for 3 number 1 picks,
That's true.
and $275 million all guaranteed, I would have said, get the fuck out of here.
I saw a thing because I guess the 49ers have finally agreed to Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
Oh, have they?
They've agreed to let him and his agent try to explore a
okay.
trade
Yeah.
and work out a contract because they can't seem to. And one of the things was like the Browns were like one of the teams that were in on it, and they were like, "What's like the graphic was like the Browns roster, like whatever, and adding him to it, and it was like, what's stopping the Browns from winning the Super Bowl?" And I think the first 12 responses were Deshaun Watson. Your quarterback?
Well, so far you are correct.
Yes. It was great.
The Browns and the Patriots are the currently 2 teams that the Niners have accepted proposals from. So now it's in Ayuk's hands.
Yeah, he's got to agree to the contract extension or signing and all that. So
It's okay.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, from Meeples and Wine, what was Blake's favorite game from Gen Con? Well, thank you for asking. I thought nobody would ask me.
You knew they were going to ask. You saw the outline before we started.
What? This is all new to me. No, well, what I'll do is I'll post, when we release this episode, I'll tag and post some of my pics and pictures from the Gen Con and the peeps that I met there. But hey, Gen Con 2024, 71,000 people, another
Sellout.
record. Yeah, I mean, last year when we got there, it was, Sunday pass is still available. Thursday morning, 7 a.m., I had to get up early. Sold out already by the time you got in there. And of course, I had to get in there at 7 a.m. because my buddy Stan that I went with, he had to show up because he was DMing a couple games for Gooey Cube, and they had a DMs call at 7 a.m. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. We'll go in early, 7 a.m. I'll go to the press room, get my badge. Wrong. Press room didn't open until after 8.
Well, that sucks.
But thank you, Stasha Kirby. Anyways, because I did get my press badge after it was 8 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah. So, apparently, Gen Con is now signed through Indianapolis for 2030.
Jeez.
Yeah. And
6 more years.
Indianapolis is actually pretty key to large conventions like this because
they got a good setup.
They got a great setup. So, $77 million on the economy for this convention.
Well, when you have that many people.
71,000. Yeah, exactly. I think last year it was 54,000 or something, and that was a record.
71,000, and they're making 77 million on the economy.
Yeah.
Whew.
Did you get
that was the press release? Now, I granted
that's like each person spending $1 million almost.
I have no idea.
So.
I'm sorry, no.
77 million total for the Gen Con.
77 million divided by.
Stasha said 77
It doesn't surprise me.
Million divided. That's
think about it. If I paid for a room,
that's
in Gen
terrible
Con,
math by me.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I mean, that'd be like almost $300 a night. That's just me.
Okay, and how many people were there?
71,000.
So 71,000 times 300 is what?
3, 6, 9,
21
12,
million?
Say $1,000. Oh, make it easy.
Yeah.
$1,000 for a hotel room only.
Yep. Times 70,000?
71,000.
So that's what, 7 million?
Well, that's assuming no one is doubling up in rooms.
No, that would be your share for a double. The rooms are like $350, $400 a night if you're in downtown Indianapolis.
That's unbelievable.
Then if you're parking a car there, that's going to like another $30 a day minimum.
See, what you do is you find one of those places that have a lost fee, a lost ticket fee, and you just lose your ticket because it's going to be more than per day, than 4 days worth of parking.
So all right. So anyways, let me go ahead and continue. 540 vendors. In which I battled thousands of people going on erroneous information that Jason sent me over and over again on games and booth numbers where they're supposed to be. I mean, it would have been a problem if you're like aisle 300 where I would go, and then you'd be like, oh no, aisle 2800. I'm like, shit. All the way across. But I did find it. And by the way, I had it in a bag in my hand in the house my game? Before I left. And then my wife asked me questions. I had to do something. And then I was on 275 almost here. And I said, damn it, I forgot the game. But you know what's interesting? Do you know what size that box is?
It's a tiny one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he got me veggie stock.
Yes.
Yeah, vegetable stock, right?
Yeah.
Veggie stock or whatever that is. So I did find that game, and I almost missed it because it's so small.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be talking to a guy, say, well, I'm looking for this game. I couldn't find this game, whatever. Then I'm like, then I was looking for vegetable stock. He's like, oh, go to the booth like 385 something. I was like, I was just there looking for a different game.
I will say my math was so bad.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it is honestly, if they make $77 million and 71,000 people, that is $1,084.51 a piece. So that's believable.
Yeah, it could be. But And, so talking about not just people paying, tickets, hotel, also people like Big Dev working logistics.
You saw Big Dev.
Saw Big Dev.
How was Big Dev?
He was jolly.
Did you get a beer?
And there was much merriment. Yes.
Good.
Did you get a hug?
Big one.
All right.
That's right.
I do appreciate you getting vegetable stock. I'm interested in playing that.
No problem. That means I guess I have to show up next week.
Probably.
Bring it.
You
Hand
probably.
it to you.
Probably. We might be on Skype next week because Pittsburgh Nerd might be joining us.
All right.
So 2 weeks.
All right. So maybe in 2 weeks then. That's fine. So anyways, I had 35 hours of gaming in those days. We actually skipped a 4-hour game because we needed to sleep in Friday because we had to keep getting up at 6 a.m. one day at 5:45 to get there because of Stan running a game at 7 a.m.
What games did you play? Give me some.
All right. So Grim Hollow, a Viking werewolf mystery.
Okay.
That's 5e. The second game that I was in there, Lady of the Manor, which is a very funny story because that was the game that was run by Skip Williams, who I didn't know it was Skip Williams.
Who is Skip Williams?
Skip Williams is one of the three that created the third edition 3.5 games for D&D. Him along with Jonathan Tweet and Monty Cook.
That's the one that Brian and I used.
So they were the resurrection of D&D. Skip Williams was. So it was kind of funny. To make a long story short.
Too late.
I didn't know who it was. I even got there early. And I'm sitting at the table and he's like, I sent, it was just me and him in this little conference room. Talk about missed opportunities. Jesus Christ. 25 minutes early, I'm there and I'm sitting there and he's got his thing out. He's got his map out and books and stuff. And I'm like, wow, this guy's been around because his player's handbook had duct tape on the binding. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I don't mind early. Yeah, that's fine. He's like, I sent an email out to everybody and nobody responded. I don't know if it was the Gen Con thing and the email didn't go out. And I was like, I think I did get an email, but I didn't have a chance to read it because I was just so busy and I didn't have time. And he seemed kind of like miffed. I'm like, okay. So he's like, hey, keeping all my stuff and go get something to drink. Yeah, no problem. And comes back. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, so what, you know what? My name's Blake. What's your name? And he looks at me and he cocks his head and he goes, Skip. If I would have read the email, I would have realized it was Skip Williams.
Good job, Blake.
So I know. So we're playing the game, and of course, I'm at Gen Con.
So what you're telling me is when he went to go get a drink, you didn't check your email to see what he sent out?
Why would he?
That would have been the first thing I would have done.
I was eating my turkey wrap sandwich and the handout he gave me. He's like, well, here's the email background of the characters. So Lady of the Manor was with the game that he ran. And so we're playing the game, and of course you're at Gen Con. What do you got to do? You got to buy
I was going to say blow.
Dice.
Oh.
So of course I went and bought a bunch of dice. And I called for a percentile for Casino. Well, first the thing was, this game was much more rules-oriented with combat and the grids. A lot of times these are short 4 hours and you wing them and whatever.
Short 4 hours?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so this was very rules meticulous. I'm like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. Blah, blah, blah.
Because he wrote the rules.
And so it's like, oh, percentile die, like 20% chance concealment and miss. And I'm like, all right, I'll roll the percentile dice. And he's like, you can just roll a D20. And 1 through 4 is 20% chance of miss. I said, yeah, but I got new dice. I got to roll percentiles. He goes, yes, the lure of new dice wins. However, Jonathan Tweet would disagree with you. And he'd tell you to roll the D20. And then that's where I went. That's where the gears in the back of my mind started going click, 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 click. Jonathan Tweet, click, 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 click. Skip, click, 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 click. And then I look at his badge. Skip Williams.
First off, okay, time out. And I'm like, fuck the game right now.
I'm like, shit. Then I had to Google him. The first image that comes up is a younger picture of it. I'm like, no, that's him, but it kind of looks like him. And then the next picture is like, holy shit, that's Skip Williams.
So, Brian, to recap, Blake's a moron.
Yeah.
Hey, check the email. Maybe I should have looked at that email after Skip leaves. Comes back. My name's Skip. It's not a common
funny
name.
when he looked at me.
Maybe I should look at that.
When I asked his name, he kind of did that head cock. Skip.
And then, third, he has a fucking name tag on.
Those will get flipped around a lot, so you might not be able to read them. So I won't blame him for that.
What's your name?
So when you finally told him, now I know who you are, what did he say?
I waited until the game was over. I had gotten up before I was the first one there. Before the game actually started, another dude showed up. And I'm like, I'm going to go hit the bathroom real quick because I'm there for 4 hours now. And when I came back, the guy that was sitting across the other side, he was handing a player handbook back to him, right? And I'm like, he was borrowing a player's handbook.
He was getting him to sign it.
Signed it. I missed it. But
You could have got yours signed if you knew.
I know. But during the game, I didn't say anything or anything kind of. But when the game was over, I'm like, "Hey, thank you very much." You go through the formalities. Whatever. And I sat there and I said, Skip. I said, I apologize. If I were paying attention and I understood what was going on, I would have brought my player's handbook to have you sign it. And I just want to say it was a pleasure to be in a game that you're running. That you helped create. He's like, oh yeah, no problem. But he was really dry and straight during the game. And of course, I crack jokes all the time while I'm playing and stuff. And at first, he was kind of annoyed with me, I think. But I think as the game went on,
I think it was more he was annoyed with your sense of humor.
No, as the game went on, he actually started to make dry jokes as well. And so I think I broke him down. I think it's basically eventually I broke him down.
You know what? By hour 3.
Because Jeff knows how. I like to joke around when we're playing and all that kind of. Be serious, but also joke and have fun, right? So it's kind of when I'm like, Skip, if I had paid attention, I understood what was going on. I said, I would have brought my player's handbook for you to sign. But I had in my hand the Forgotten Realms, campaign book. He's like, well, I got to credit in that book too. I'm like, yeah, that's why I brought it out. I want you to sign it. I goes, where would you want to sign this book? And he's like, it's your book. You tell me. I'm like, I was hoping
on every page.
Yeah, I was like,
at this point, Skip's like, how the fuck do I get away from this guy?
Can I sign it and you go away, please? No, it was pretty good. So he signed it, and then we actually had another conversation for about another 5 minutes, and then we left. It was
then security came.
There's a lot of security came remove me. But what's funny about the whole thing is that normally when you sign up for these games, if it's a professional group like Baldman Games, you know who that is, Baldman Games or whatever, or if it's a one-off where it's an individual who's sponsoring, they usually have their name in it or who's running the game.
Yeah,
and so initially when I signed up for this, it was skip@garycon.com, and I was like, I never put one and one together. I just went garycon.com. Okay. But I went back and I looked at my inbox and it says the email Skip Williams. If I was smart and read the email, went back to it, at that point in time I would have realized right off the bat that it was Skip Williams.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
When we get together this weekend and play D&D, Skip's going to have a great story to tell us.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell him. Dude, I already heard this story.
Come on, Skip.
What other nerds did you run into? Like, I already know Blake's story.
Hey, Skip, was he making smart-ass comments throughout the... Oh, fuck yeah, he did. Oh, my God, I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, but it was kind of serious and dry humorish.
Yeah, we know Skip.
Yeah, exactly.
We play with him.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool. So we did that one. That was Lady of the Manor. It was
Don't go through all 35.
No, I'm not going to go through all 35 hours. But another one,
Hour two.
A unique one was an individual was running a game, and he called it Tiny Troubles. And your entire party is shrunk by a witch. And you're in an entire universe that is the kitchen. But you're minuscule. So you got, ants.
That's kind of fun.
You got, it was kind of fun and entertaining. And that was more like of a story character interaction kind of thing.
Jason thought a D&D story idea was kind of fun.
Oh, this is D&D?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out.
Yeah, that's all he's been talking about so far is D&D.
I thought it was just a tabletop game.
That's pretty good. So that guy, he basically invented this game scenario himself and put all this work into it. And it was very creative. It was very, in the midst of all serious gaming, other than my jokes, this was a very entertaining one. It was like basically a round table of comedy, and everybody just RPG'd their players as a little minuscule person as you came across, like ants or other shrunken people. And
So it's like
kinda
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
kind of like a Honey I Shrunk the Kids, except D&D style. I'm sure that may have been an inspiration for it. So that was pretty good. So we did Rise of the Drow, which played the introductory. Adventure of Week Games, AAW.com, right, is releasing, and with 50th anniversary of D&D, releasing their Rise of the Drow Anniversary Edition. So we played the intro game into that, which was pretty cool. And then the next day we went to the AAW booth, and I was talking.
Did you get root beer?
This time I was smart, and I looked at the name tag quick and first.
Oh,
I
good
started
job.
talking to a guy, and he was like, hey, yeah, Rise of the Drow Anniversary Edition. I said, hey, we played the intro yesterday up in your guys' room. And the guy's like, oh, you did? You liked it? And we're like, yeah, we thought it was pretty cool. Hey, that's really good to hear. And he's like, yeah, my name's Jonathan. And I looked at his badge.
Tweet.
Right away. No, not Jonathan Tweet. Jonathan Nelson, who is AAW.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, Jonathan Nelson. I was like, yeah, you sent me an email. I remember I got an email from you as press to come by. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's great. He goes, hey, we're out of books, but write down your name and I'll send you the Rise of the Drow Anniversary Edition hardcover for free. I'm like,
at
no
you.
shit. And then while I'm there, he's like, oh, yeah, that's Stephen Yardley. Let me get him over. I was like, well, can I get a picture? He's like, yeah, no problem. He's, oh, yeah, that's Stephen Yardley. He's one of the authors that wrote the adventure and campaigns. I was like, yeah, we'll get him over here, too. So it was pretty cool. That's why I got pictures of those guys. And so
I
was
wish
like,
you was this excited about the
awesome.
Comic Expo.
Well, I am. I like escorting all those peeps around. Come
I
on,
just
man.
like give you a hard time.
It was good. So then we did. So Gooey Cube is another writer of D&D, and so my buddy is into Gooey Cube, and that's just the name of the company.
Oh, okay.
So it's this guy who originally wrote campaigns for his daughter and her friends to play, and then he said, "Hey, you do a really good job. You should like monetize this and put it in and sell it." And that's what they've done. So they've done their own things and printing, and so one of the Stan on one of the mornings where I had to get up at 5:45 in the morning on my convention enjoyment so he can get there and run that game at 7 a.m., which he missed Skip Williams' game. Turns out he read the schedule wrong, and it wasn't 7 a.m., it was 7 p.m. So he's sitting there at the table, there's nobody coming.
For 12 hours.
Yeah, and he goes, he's like, hey, where's everybody at? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, I'm supposed to run the Truth Lies Cold. It's like, it's 7 p.m.
That's why it should all be done with the
Exactly.
24-hour military time.
Exactly. And so it turns out that was the game he was supposed to run, which we were signed up for. So I got to play with him running the game.
Oh, you
with a
didn't
couple
realize
other
he was
people.
supposed to run your game?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that was pretty good. And then after that, we did this long form game with Ballman Games, who runs all the D&D game, WotC games for all the D&D games for WotC officially. And we did a 16-hour game track of the Moonshay Islands, which was kind of interesting that you play this long form game. So you're just like 4-hour sessions, and yeah, exactly. and so it was like running basically a mini campaign in a weekend, more or less. But it was like, it went like from encounter to non-fighting encounter to like puzzle or situation or whatever, back and forth. So it kind of reminded me of like those old modules that they designed specifically for Gen Cons, for competitions and stuff, except it went on forever. But now it was pretty cool. So I would have to say my favorite game was all of them. But especially the one when I realized I'm sitting next to Skip Williams running the game.
Meeples and wine.
That was really cool.
How dare you?
Oh, thank you.
So Gen Con.
No, thank you, Meeples and Wine.
Yeah.
So there you go, Meeples and Wine. That's Blake's favorite game.
Time out. Do you like D&D?
No, I hate it.
I can't wait to talk to Skip this week. God.
He's probably not even going to show up now.
I know.
So that was pretty good. And I get to stalk Ben Riggs again.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Surprised that he doesn't have
He had a number of seminars that I wish I could have attended, but we were stuck in games. But the one I did was
meeting people he didn't know.
Yeah. Well, the one was he had this seminar about have we just witnessed the golden age of RPG? How the sales had boomed during
COVID
during COVID, right? Because you couldn't go anywhere or do anything. So it was kind of funny. I was talking to him afterwards. I was like, yeah, it was a Black Swan event for the world, but a golden goose, for Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro, and that's where he's like, hey, I like that. And I said, you can use it, Ben.
Next book by Ben.
That's right. Next book by Ben. Hey, wait a minute. So it was kind of interesting in the fact that, he's talking about that, and because Wizard of the Coast pulled a lot of bad mistakes in the past year and a half, which we talked about with the open gaming license and revoking, and how everybody basically said, screw you, we're going to create our own games, and how that can be splintering into different factions, and are they actually going to make money? And, so it's yet to be seen, given another year or so, but you think about it, and Hasbro's looking at it saying, we got this product called D&D that everybody's making money off of, but we're not getting a cut off of. We're not getting a cut. And you see people like Critical Role get $25 million contracts from Amazon, and as Hasbro, the parent of D&D, going, well, why aren't we getting a cut of that $25 million? So they went get greedy, but it's kind of like, you don't learn these things about, Sony, Betamax, VCRs, right? VHSs. Same thing, IBM, PC, Apple, and how basically, you let everybody get the technology, use it, everybody gets rich.
Yep.
Right? So, but yeah, so they released what's coming out in the next year, and I really think that WotC is going to start focusing majorly online, and you're going to pay subscription fees out the wazoo in order to get
unless you have one of the original creators like Brian and I do.
That's right.
And Skip's just going to do a great job with us.
Yes.
Yeah. Jealous.
Yeah.
So what else we got?
So there you go, meeples and wine.
I'm glad you went to Gen Con.
Yeah. If I only had cheesecake and Fruity Pebbles to make me get me through the weekend, that would have been greater.
Damn cheesecake.
Nick, what should we watch? The Heavenly Kid review.
Yeah, Nick a couple weeks ago put in that his father-in-law before he passed loved the Heavenly Kid. It was a show he watched a lot from the 1980s. So we have a segment here called What You Should Watch. What we should watch.
What should we watch?
And listeners send in this stuff at Twitter at Bad Ideas Podcast, or on Facebook page of the History of Bad Ideas, whatever. Or email at hobiepod@gmail.
Yep.
It's being regulated now.
Yep.
Thanks, Brian.
Yep.
So
More than once a month?
Yeah, I've already checked it twice in August.
and the good news is
wow.
we actually found out what our password is to Instagram. Not kidding. Anyways, so he had the Heavenly Kid. It's about a guy that's in the 1950s. He dies. 1950s, 1960s.
60s,
I
think.
He's racing, street racing, and he dies. He goes off a cliff.
Yeah, it had a very rebel without a cause beginning.
He was fighting for his honor.
Yes.
He was challenged.
Yes.
He couldn't say no to a game of chicken. I would assume.
He's a greaser.
Yeah.
And he dies. And Richard Mulligan,
unintentionally, he dies.
Yes, he goes off a cliff.
He tries to jump out of the car, but
his bracelet gets stuck on the gear shift,
Yes.
and he dies.
Richard Mulligan.
in a beautiful explosion.
Yeah,
and when the car hit and blew up.
For a 1985 film, that was a great explosion.
It's an explosion that probably wouldn't happen in a normal car, but it was beautiful.
He goes to heaven. Richard Mulligan goes, or I guess limbo is actually where he was.
Yeah. He went to the afterlife.
Yeah, and they said basically get on the subway train.
Yeah, he was about to hop on the escalator to Uptown.
Yeah.
what they call it, Uptown.
Yeah, Uptown.
And the guys were like, "No, sir, you got to wait over here." And he's the only one up against the wall.
Yes.
And he's standing there like, "What the fuck, man? Like, I'm going." And then that's when Empty Nest shows up on his motorcycle.
Yes,
Smaller.
he was on that motorcycle a lot.
Rafferty
Yes.
is his character's name. Shows up and he's like, "Nah, you gotta come with me, man. Hop on."
And so basically, he has to go back to Earth and be the guardian angel of a quote unquote nerd.
He hasn't quite done enough to earn his entry into
Yes.
Uptown. And they're going to give him... He's got to ride the train in purgatory...
Yes.
Until they find an assignment for him.
And he gets an assignment.
Which I thought was funny, the train, because there was people from the Middle Ages.
Oh, yeah, there's a Viking on this train.
So he's riding the subway until they find an assignment for him.
Yes. Which is this kid in a diner in the 1980s.
Which I thought that person looked familiar to me. And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, my God.
Who is it?
Jason Gedrick?
I don't know who that is.
He was in.
We can look it up.
He was in Justified. He was in one of the seasons of Bosch. He was like the main villain in that season. He's been in a ton of stuff.
Okay.
Like once I like put it together. Hang on, I'll find it. I just had it pulled up here.
So basically, the whole time, the story, we won't spoil it, but basically, he's the guardian angel.
We're not going to spoil this?
Oh, okay, we can.
I mean, it's from 1985.
Okay.
I mean,
Isn't that the point of the review?
Yeah.
So he gets assigned to helping a very like shy loner like kid who
Teenage boy
has no confidence in himself. His assignment is helping him come into his own.
He was in Iron Eagle 1 and 2.
ooh.
Yeah, he was in
Iron Eagle.
He was in
Okay.
Dexter.
Yeah.
He was in Criminal Minds.
Boomtown.
He was in Shooter. He was in Justified.
Backdraft.
He's been on SVU. He's been
So he's been on a lot of things.
Yeah.
He's done a lot.
Yeah.
So he's... Oh, he was in Summer Catch.
He was
This is the geek kid.
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
he was Freddie Prinze's junior older brother in Summer Catch.
Okay. The best part about it is the angel, he spends half the time trying to like look down women's skirts. Pure 1980s
Down their
shirt.
shirt.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Up skirts, down shirts.
Yes.
He wanted to look at their cleavage. Yes.
Pure 1980s.
He was a perv.
Yes.
And
Well,
he's...
the
and Richard-
times have changed for him.
And Richard Mulligan keeps smacking him and like, stop it.
But he's trying to make the 80s geek into the 60s cool. It's like, oh, these are the things
Yeah.
that got me, popular. I'll get you popular.
Which is the funniest thing is when he makes him a car in the junkyard and he's just moving his hands and like the tires go on and like the paint job. I'm like, this guy's pretty powerful.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good angel magic.
But the nerd
He's
has
a
to
mutant.
is trying to get with the popular kid's girlfriend. But love is right in front of him with his best friend.
Who saw that? Who saw that coming?
I did.
It was,
Well, what was there
So
any
predictable.
part of the movie that you didn't predict?
No.
Okay.
But for a 1980s film, it was a very 1980s film.
Oh, very.
And I can see why people enjoy it.
Oh, no. I can definitely see why, especially, if you're from, say, the 60s era, trying to, bond with someone from the 80s era. I could definitely see it being a generational thing and why, Nick's father-in-law probably really liked it and wanted to share it with, with his children.
It's enjoyable, though.
That.
I honestly can say that I did not see it coming that it was going to be his girlfriend from the. I didn't see that coming.
The guy
really?
that died.
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
The nerd's
I really
mom is the angel's girlfriend from
it
back in
turned-
the 60s.
and he turns out to be his son.
It was actually
Yes.
his dad. He was his
Yeah,
dad.
he
Yeah.
turns out to be his dad. I just didn't see that was his like girlfriend. Like I didn't see that coming.
Well, at one point, I'm like, is she going to have sex with an angel? Like, because he can pick who sees him and who doesn't.
Yeah, he's not supposed
Apparently,
to reveal himself.
He doesn't.
I didn't get a chance to watch
How about-
the movie.
It's on Prime.
A young Jane Kismerick.
Yep.
Malcolm in the
It's
Middle.
on Amazon Prime.
I didn't get a chance to watch it, but as soon as I pulled it up and looked at it, I was like, I remember this
Yep.
movie, and I remember I liked it.
I remember the cover at the video store.
Yeah, exactly. I had mistaken when we
Fonzie
first
jacket.
first got the title. I was mistaking it for the Gary Coleman as an angel movie.
Oh, jeez.
I think it was the kid with the broken halo or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking it was. So then I looked this up. I'm like, oh, that's not what I was thinking at all.
But yeah, thank you, Nick, for it.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. And if you have a movie to send to us, let us know. Be happy to review it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's enjoyable. If you like a good 1980s film, check it out.
Yeah, like I said, it was good. Like it was pretty predictable, but the story was good. It had a good good message to it.
Let's see here. What else we got here?
From Sleeveless Jones.
Sleeveless Joe.
We're not even to the news.
7 years ago, I posted on social media the following films were being released. Which films hit the mark and which sucked?
Oh, jeez.
All right.
We'll go one by one.
7 years ago. I'm the first one. I'm like, holy shit, that was 7 years ago. Spider-Man Homecoming.
Hit the mark.
Hit the mark.
Thor Fraggle Rock.
Enjoyed it.
I wouldn't say it sucked.
Yeah, it slightly center of Bullseye.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't the best.
No.
But it was... I'd give it a B.
Okay. B minus.
Black Panther.
Hit the mark.
That hit the mark, except for the bad fight scene at the end.
Yeah.
New Mutants. Is
I liked the New Mutants.
this the one that Anya Taylor-Joy?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Did it hit the mark?
I think it just slightly missed the mark,
Okay.
especially compared to a lot of the other X-Men movies of the last couple decades.
It was definitely different.
Also slightly missed the release dates, too.
Oh, yeah.
Slightly.
I thought it was better than most people, but I understand most people probably think it sucked.
Gotcha.
The Avengers Infinity War.
Hit the mark.
Hit the mark.
Deadpool 2.
Hit the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
7 years
I would
ago?
say it would hit the mark.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That missed.
The first, is that the first one or second one?
Second.
The second one, Ant-Man was the first one.
Yeah, I missed the mark. Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah, that was the one with Walton Goggins.
Yep.
And Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost, that's who's also in Thunderbolts. Okay.
Dark Avengers.
Yes.
Venom.
Missed the mark.
Yeah.
X-Men.
I liked it, but
I liked it, but yeah.
X-Men. Sansa Stark.
Dark Phoenix.
It doesn't know where the mark is.
It blew up the mark. God.
It jumped over the mark and kept going.
Yep.
Captain Marvel.
I love Captain Marvel. I'd say I hit the mark. I really enjoy that film.
I would probably put it in the same as Thor Ragnarok, you know, not Bullseye, but a little off.
It's probably my top 7 of Marvel films.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then Avengers Endgame.
The last hour and a half hit the mark.
What are you talking about? The first part of it was the best.
No, when they all joined together.
When they killed Thanos.
Yeah, that's when that's when I got up and walked out. I said, I don't need to stay here for 2.5 hours.
They did it the first 7 minutes. I mean,
on your left.
great.
Sorry.
I mean, I already ate my bucket of popcorn through
Now,
the previews.
now I don't have to watch it.
So most of them did hit the mark.
I think for the most part, Avengers Endgame hit the mark, but it did have to use time travel to fix
Yes,
problems.
a lot. What else do we have?
Lazy writing. We'll fix it with time travel. Professor number 1 at Doctor number 1. Skip Bayless is leaving Fox Sports.
Oh no! Please don't skip.
Is he replacing Jason on the podcast?
Nope.
You get a choice, me or just Skip Bayless.
You.
Oh, thanks.
Skip Bayless ain't coming anywhere close to this podcast.
Yeah! Fuck off.
Yeah, no, I don't like him.
He probably has a future in Texas sports.
They hate him.
He'll have a future somewhere, and he'll get paid way too much money.
Yeah, someone will hire him to spout his stupidity.
We can skip Face Off this week since we're running way behind, and we'll wait for Jim to come in for that one. Jeff, can you get me some News of the Geek music?
No.
Oh.
Well, you're skipping Face Off, so I'm not ready.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He had face-off music all queued up.
Hey, shut up. That's enough out you. It's quiet you. Yeah.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
I didn't get to talk for the last 2 hours.
No one did. Blake talked Jim God.
Oh, shit. Are we supposed to be recording this?
Anyways, per the New York Post, where Blake gets all of his news from, congratulations are in order for University of Texas football coach Jeff Banks. Taken to his Instagram this week, the assistant head coach announced, well, he's not even the head coach, he's the assistant, announced he and his longtime girlfriend, Danielle Thomas, a former stripper, tied the knot recently. Quote, incredible 72 hours with our family and closest friends. Truly love you all. Now off to Barcelona for our honeymoon, the 49-year-old Banks wrote. Thomas is a former dancer who went by the stage name Pole Assassin.
Was she in the Olympics?
I love double entendres.
According to ESPN, which reports she previously appeared on the Jerry Springer Show.
Hey.
It's unclear how Banks, who's the assistant head coach, tight ends coach, and special teams coordinator, met Thomas.
I can take a guess.
Is it really unclear?
The nuptials came 3 years after the couple made headlines for, oh my God, we did report on this, an alleged monkey biting incident. In 2021, Banks and Thomas were sued by Amy and Casey Klinkbeard and their child after an alleged incident at Banks' home. A lawsuit filed on behalf of the Klinkenbeard family claimed Thomas's monkey bit the child out of a haunted house orchestrated at Banks' residence. Thomas was identified as Pole Assassin in the lawsuit, which was her stage name as a dancer. Let's see here. Banks and Thomas got married on July 20th at Superstition in Austin, Texas, according to a video shared by the day of the wedding planning service on Instagram. Showed the couple holding hands at the altar while being sprayed with rose petals and edible undies.
dollar bills.
Instead of rice, it's just dollar bills.
Yeah.
The post on Instagram last month, Banks shared the birthday tribute to Thomas and tagged the username Pole Assassin. The profile does not exist as of Thursday. She got married.
So why is this a news story?
Because Blake sent it to me. It's just funny. And we had to follow up on the monkey incident.
Oh. Because somebody who at one time in their life was a stripper,
Yes.
and now we have to report that she got married.
Yeah, it was a story. I think we reported on it mostly for Pole Assassin.
Yeah.
Pole Assassin.
Pole Assassin was funny, but
Yes.
I mean, this isn't a story.
Well,
Someone
you know
got
what?
married. That was the story. Someone
what?
got married, and
I mean,
in their it's former stripper.
You know,
If we report every time a former stripper got married, that's the only thing this podcast would be about.
make sure we report that every time.
I'm on it.
I don't want to go into your web browser. You know what? The next story is really long.
You know,
And fuck you. You kind of pissed me off here.
Hey, you're going to read this because this is a follow-up. We're
Yes,
doing
sir.
a follow-up, so...
Oh my God, this is a long one.
That's what she said.
Michael Berkheimer's attorney still has a chicken bone that altered his client's life, leaving him with a lifelong heart and lung problems. Blake, be careful. You go to B-dubs every
How
week.
does a chicken bone end up with heart and lung problems?
All right, so backstory. This guy is sued because
He ordered boneless chicken wings.
he ordered boneless chicken wings and ate one of them, and it had a bone in it, and he got, like, it tore his esophagus, and he had, like, all kinds of serious medical issues. And the judge ruled that it was plausible that boneless wings doesn't mean there should be no bone at all. So he's still suing.
Boneless wings is a type of preparation, not a definition of what you're eating.
An
all
8-year-long
wings have
court
bones.
battle. An 8-year-long court battle that ended last week in Ohio Supreme Court. In a 4-3 decision on Thursday, determined that boneless chicken wings can, in fact, have bones. Brian just did the whole thing on that one. In April 2016, a friend asked Berkheimer if he wanted to go to Wings on Brookwood for dinner. It was a restaurant they ate at weekly. He ordered his usual boneless chicken wings, tossed in Parmesan garlic sauce. He said that initially he thought he had choked on a piece of food. After the third bite of the second wing, he felt a piece of meat went down the wrong windpipe, according to court documents. Went to the bathroom, attempted to vomit and clear his throat. Unable to get that relief, he left the restaurant. He fell increasingly ill over the next 3 days, was admitted to the hospital on third day with a high fever. They found and removed a chicken bone lodged in his throat.
Jesus.
In court filings, the length of the bone was estimated to be 1.3 inches. The bone, according to the Berkheimers, was tightly folded in the meat, which made it difficult for him to detect when he ate it. The bone sprung open once he swallowed it, tearing a hole in the esophagus. Tear led to life-threatening infections, 2 medically induced comas, a 2-month hospital stay, and lasting heart and lung damage. He sued the wings place, he sued the restaurant's food supplier, and the farm where the chicken was processed.
And the chicken itself.
You know why? Because you go after whoever has the money. You just keep going. Let's see here. In photos, wires and tubes obscured his face and his eyes were closed. His wife brought the photos along, but I hadn't shown them to him showed it to him before, fearing it would rip open the wounds. Literally?
PTSD.
I don't think the physical wounds. I think the emotional or mental wounds.
Now Berkheimer can barely...
Poorly written line there.
Now, well, as the Enquirer. Now Berkheimer can barely leave the house because he gets winded and often has to carry portable oxygen with him.
Until he gets rich.
Well, no, not anymore because the Supreme Court said sorry.
Yeah.
He had to retire from his job as manager at an aeronautical company that repaired plane parts. He described himself as athletic and active prior to the 2016 meal. He had played and coached hockey for more than 50 years. He had worked 10 to 12-hour days as a manager. It's been 8 years since he put on the skates, unable to do much physical activity. Let's see. They said they're disappointed with how the Supreme Court decided the case. They said they could accept the results if it came from a jury. Quote, "There's nothing we can do about it," said his wife. "So we just try and go on and put the word out there for other people to be aware that this can happen to them and maybe save a life."
I guess that's my biggest question is, I thought you had the right to a jury. What
I don't know.
What happened in this case that the people suing wanted to put it before a jury? Were they not allowed to?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
So there you go.
That just sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, the restaurant didn't, they probably would have no way to know.
Correct.
But also, like, his life's pretty
Changed.
much
Yeah.
shattered.
Yeah.
So, like, somewhere along the line, someone should be held to some sort of liability.
You do our emails now. Send him an email. See if he gets on the show.
Yeah, I'll get him.
I mean,
So-
no insurance payout up until a certain dollar amount or coverage limit. Because if you get injured in a restaurant, right,
Yeah.
you can still file a claim.
You can.
get paid,
Yep.
right? Like, for example,
Unless the insurance company denied him because they didn't think it was their fault.
correct. When I go up the stairs leaving tonight and I trip over the gargoyle and I hurt my leg and I'll break my hip.
Yeah.
that's it.
And you tear
I'm going
your
to break my
scrotum.
hip. And then I get to sue you, right?
You could. I don't have any money.
From injury.
I don't have any money.
I don't need your money. I need your
Insurance
homeowner's
company's,
insurance
that's true.
company money.
But you have to sue Jason, not his insurance.
But the insurance would cover
Yes.
Jason and indemnify, right?
I can offer you superpower toys
Yeah.
and some Funko Pops.
Yeah.
That's about it.
No,
better not give him any
or-
of mine.
He said,
I won't. I
I'm going to
separate
inhale a big dill goldfish, and it's going to get stuck in my lung. And then can I also sue Pop Culture Cafe for
Yes,
providing
because
me
of
a
the
deadly
food.
weapon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you can sue Jason because you did it at his
Jason,
residence.
'cause I did it
And you can
in the
sue
basement.
Japan.
And Japan.
Not Japan.
All right.
Those aren't from Japan.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Those
where
didn't
does-
come from Top Culture Cafe.
No, this is Pepperidge Farms, Camden, New Jersey.
Well, I know there's money at Pepper's Farm.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepper's Farm.
Wilford
remember?
remembers.
Yeah. So so no money whatsoever. If you got hurt at the restaurant or you slipped and fell or whatever. So what they're saying is it's an accident. So the insurance. So it's really the insurance company saying we don't have to pay.
Damn insurance companies.
Seriously, right?
Yeah, it is.
Not the restaurant.
Correct.
The insurance company.
Yep.
That's where the money is.
Yep. You don't go after the person, you go after the insurance company.
Well, you have to go after the person. You
Well,
can't sue
yeah,
the insurance
yeah.
company.
I understand. I'm just saying you sue the person to get the insurance. to step
Exactly.
in.
Which different states have different laws.
Yep.
Or like the time when the lady sued her nephew because he jumped on her to hug and she like broke a hip.
She's not suing the nephew technically.
She had to sue the
She had to
nephew,
sue the nephew,
and they
too.
were not allowed to explain to the jury that this is the way to get the
money from insurance.
from her parents' insurance.
Yep,
from
that's
the
correct.
child's parents' insurance. So everyone thought this lady was a monster because
Yep.
she's suing her 6-year-old nephew.
To be fair, her name was Ursula.
To be fair.
It wasn't, but okay.
Jeff, give me some box office news, world reports.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right. Apparently, according to 411 Mania, Harold and the Purple Crayon was unable to compete with the animated juggernauts for the family audience as it opened with $6 million.
Ugh.
Had a $40 million budget. The live-action CGI hybrid film based on the children's book was pretty much DOA in the face of other options, little marketing, and rough reviews. Critics didn't like the film, which has as low as 28% aggregated Rotten Tomatoes score. Though audiences who did see it liked it with an A- cinema score and a 91% Rotten Tomato audience rate.
My 2 youngest kids liked it.
Oh, they saw it.
They saw it with their grandparents.
Ah.
So I saw Despicable. Oh, we'll get to that.
No. I was just going to ask, any insight into Harold and the Purple Crayon?
They said it was a lot of fun. They didn't really go into it, but they really enjoyed it.
Had they read the book before?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's
They were
not a
lost.
difficult
They were
read.
lost.
Although the top 5 this week, surprisingly, number 1 was Deadpool and Wolverine. It made another $97 million, a total of $396 million on a $200 million budget.
Going past $1 billion worldwide.
I just saw earlier before I came out here, it officially passed Passion of the Christ as the highest grossing R-rated film in history.
Gotcha.
I had heard that. Twisters made another $23 million, a total of $195.5 million on a $155 million budget.
Punched a twister.
Trap made $15.6 million on its opening weekend on a $30 million budget. Is that going to get its money back?
Will with me this week.
You're going to give it another
I'll get it
$15
over.
million? Okay. Despicable Me 4 made $11.3 million, a total of $314 million on a $100 million budget.
This movie fucking sucks.
Really?
Oh my god. I enjoyed the other ones enough, and even 2 of my 3 kids did not like it at all. Wow. And my youngest did. He's 8.
Well, he has no taste.
Correct. And he really enjoyed the other ones, and he liked it. So that was good. But even my daughter, who's 10, was like, Dad, that was bad.
So
it was basically a lot of sketches put together. There was no plot.
Oh.
It was just sketches put together, and they're like, hey, make a movie.
Were the Minions funny?
Sure.
Were they French?
They were a little French. I have a croissant.
Were they pole vaulting?
No. Oh. Yeah, the one minion's dick was so big. He pole vaulted with his dick. I did fall asleep for 20 minutes, and I woke myself up by snoring.
Did your kids give you a dirty look?
My youngest looked at me. He was sitting next to me. He's like, Dad, I was like, I'm fine. I was awake.
I'm like,
I get home. My oldest son was like, you are not awake, Dad.
It was probably the best part of the movie, though, wasn't it?
I was. I kept trying to figure out how to fall back to sleep.
Well, you got some rest at least.
I did. God, it was so bad.
And coming in at number 5, Inside Out 2 made $6.7 million, a total of $627 million on a $200 million budget.
It was enjoyable.
What a wide 97 to 6.7.
Yeah.
Is like the distance between the first and the last. Like,
But Inside Out
yeah.
has been out for 6 weeks, which is impressive.
Oh, yeah.
it's
I mean,
just the,
But
like,
yes, it is a wide.
Yeah, Inside Out has made,
oh yeah,
300 million or 250 million more than Deadpool so far.
That's
so
true.
it's not like, but I mean, the fact that, a lot of people going to see Deadpool, and that's got like almost half of what it made last weekend.
Yeah.
And the top 5, that is a big drop.
What do you
Well, then
got?
again, between 1 and 2 is a big drop from 97 to 23.
right, yeah.
I'm excited because I'm going to see if you keep this top 5 here. After this weekend, I'll see 4 out of the 5. I don't think I've had that in a long time. The only ones I want is Twisters.
Oh, you might as well go see that. this
Maybe I will.
weekend, too.
Maybe I will.
Why
I
not?
think my wife wants to see it.
And you go see Harold and the Purple Crayon while you're at it.
Nope. What's upcoming, Brian?
All right. This week we've got. Let's see. Oh man, we've got a lot of movies.
Okay, pick and choose because it's
Nope.
already 10.
Nope. First up, we have It Ends With Us.
Oh.
It's the adaptation from the Colleen Hoover novel. Lily overcomes a traumatic childhood to embark on a new life. A chance meeting with a neurosurgeon sparks a connection, but Lily begins to see sides of him that reminded her of her parents' relationship.
Apparently, Colleen Hoover is like the hot writer.
Yes.
She's like one of the two, like her and Sarah J. Maas are like the two.
Florence Pugh is in it.
Blake Lively.
Oh, that's it.
Both of them?
Blake Lively.
It's Blake Lively, Jenny Slate, Hassan Minaj.
Hi, Jenny Slate.
Yeah. Dr. Dana's excited, I believe, to see this.
Oh, okay.
She's read pretty much all of Colleen Hoover's
Maybe I'll
stuff.
see her at the theaters.
You probably won't.
No.
Also coming out this week, which this is what I'm looking forward to this week, Borderlands.
Yeah, that's right.
It's based on the best-selling video game. The all-star action-adventure follows a ragtag team of misfits on a mission to save a missing girl who holds the key to unimaginable power.
Unimaginable power.
The cast is really good in this. Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Edgar Ramirez, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jack Black,
Ugh.
Gina Gershon, Stephen Boyer. Yeah, this is... Bobby Lee's in this.
Stephen Root.
He's not.
Oh.
Do you want Stephen Root and everything?
What
Let's
else?
see. What else? We've got Cuckoo. Cuckoo's coming out. A 17-year-old girl is forced to move with her family to a resort where things are not what they seem.
Sounds like a horror movie to me.
I think I heard it was called Old. M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah. No, that's a different movie.
Oh.
Yeah, not familiar with any of the cast members in Cuckoo.
Okay.
Also, we have coming out Twilight of the Warriors, Walled In. It follows... It follows troubled youth Chan Lok Kwang as he accidentally enters the walled city. And he discovers the order amidst its chaos and learns important life lessons.
To be
along
fair,
the
it's
way.
his own fault. It's walled off for a reason.
I can understand that because I one time accidentally entered Jason's gated community. Whew, boy, let me tell you.
Harold lets you in sometimes now.
Hit with his purple crayon.
Yes.
Also coming out this week, we have War Game.
Matthew Broderick?
No,
Ali Sheedy?
War Game.
Oh.
U.S. officials simulated a coup post a disputed election. Insurgents take capitals, questioning the president's military control. Countering disinformation is vital, highlighting bipartisan defense of democracy.
Is this a documentary?
It is not.
Oh, okay.
That I'm aware of. No, it's a thriller.
Thriller!
It stars
John Voight.
Steve Bullock, Wesley Clark,
Jim J. Bullock.
Alexander Vindman.
People I don't know.
Okay, moving on. What else you got? Anything else?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we got one more.
No, there's 4 more movies
No,
coming
Jesus.
out. Also coming out this week, Girl, You Know It's True.
Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love you.
Dancers Morvan and Pilatus rise to fame in the late 1980s,
No Pole Assassin?
who become stars with #1 hits and won Grammys. The duo never sang a word in their songs, and the truth was revealed. They starred as the biggest scandals in music history.
Sounds like Milli Vanilli.
It is Milli Vanilli.
It is
Oh.
Milli Vanilli. It is, yeah.
Robin Fab.
Yep.
Yeah, I no idea any of the people that are in that.
Okay.
Also coming out, we have The Last Front. Amidst World War I's chaos, a grieving father turns hero, leading villagers to safety while evading a relentless enemy driven by vengeance.
Black Manta.
Vengeance.
Black Manta.
No idea.
Okay.
Never heard of anyone in that.
One of those people.
Glad we're reviewing it. Put it
Could
out
be.
there.
Just because we don't know
That's
the
true,
actors in
that's
it
true.
doesn't mean it's not bad.
The Well, also coming out. A budding art restorer
Okay.
travels to a...
Quit making that terrible noise when you don't like something because it is very annoying.
Yes.
I don't know what is supposed to mean.
And it's super awesome
that's
to
a
get that in
boneless
my
chicken
ear.
wing bone
That's what it sounds
stuck in
like.
his
Yes.
esophagus.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I love hearing that as I'm trying to read. And it's great.
Sorry. I'll just go over here.
An art restorer travels to a small Italian village to bring a medieval painting back to its former glory. Little does she know, she is placing her life in danger from an evil curse and a monster born of myth and pain.
Is this Ghostbusters 2?
I was about to say that. Didn't we see this in Ghostbusters 2?
Takes place.
Well, if she's lucky, she's as good of an art restorer as the lady with the homo Jesus.
When they fixed the Jesus picture?
The Jesus picture that
Yes.
turned it make it look like a monkey.
Yes.
What the hell was the name of that one? I don't know.
Written and directed by Federico Zampaglione.
Love him.
And lastly, this week,
Thanks.
we've got Dance First. Many parts of the literary Samuel Beckett Giant's life. Parisian bon vivant, World War II resistance fighter, Nobel Prize winning playwright, philandering husband, and recluse. Yeah, it's got Aidan Gillen, Gabriel Byrne,
Heard of him.
Ben O'Shea.
I heard of Aidan Gillen.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope everybody sees all these movies this week.
What I'm saying is, you've got options.
You got they're there. You don't have to go see the one big blockbuster that everyone else is seeing. You can see whatever you want.
I am.
Ecce Homo is the name of the ECCEHOMO. That's the the fresco that was ruined by the art restorer.
What do you got for top 5? We actually have music, Jeff.
Boy, oh boy, weren't they great. That's the lobotomized monkey, and now, the top 5.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Got top 5 music. It's a big day. 555 episodes left. Later,
yeah, not left.
Left.
We've got less than that left. We're only hitting 1,000.
and then we'll reassess. Top 5 movies you wish you had that had different endings. This was the top 5 this week. Blake, what do you got for number 5?
I found this actually kind of difficult.
I did too, actually.
It was difficult.
Yes.
So
Because a lot of movies, it's like, okay, the movie wouldn't have been made if that ending wasn't what they had in mind.
Correct.
So then I just don't want the movie, you know?
So I had to work some things here. So, but I got to 5 eventually
Okay.
after I choked down that last chicken bone.
Good call. Good call.
Number 5, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Which ending would you change?
I would have at least gone on for another 3 hours of ending that movie. I was so disappointed.
You're so disappointed it only took, 60 minutes to end the movie?
Yeah, 60 minutes to end a 3-hour movie. I mean, can't we just tack on another 3 hours?
He wanted to.
Yeah.
Number 5, Jeff.
Number 5, I'll start here right now.
Uh-huh.
Get it out of the way. I would actually change The Last Jedi.
Okay.
I would not kill off Luke Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
I especially, knowing that Carrie Fisher had passed, I thought, to continue on the story, you should let, Luke Skywalker stay alive and affect the next movie, since Carrie Fisher really was unable to.
You bastard, you got one of my number ones.
Put it on the board.
I didn't mean to.
That's
I just
okay.
wanted
I understand.
to get it out of the way and we can stop talking about
understand.
it.
Get it out of the way. I understand. But yeah, I wholeheartedly agree.
My number 5 is Monty Python, The Holy Grail.
Oh, I love that ending.
I hate that ending.
That's a great ending.
Not a big fan of it.
I love it because I didn't know it ended when I first saw it.
Number 5 for you, Brian?
Let's see here. I'm going to go with Now You See Me.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that pop up on a lot of lists.
Yeah, and it was true. It's like, because the whole movie, like, they're just playing magic for the con, but then all of a sudden they just start really doing magic. It's like, wait a second.
And then the twist was a pretty dumb twist.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Number 4?
Number 4 for me, I will go with. This was absolutely very hard for me because I like all of these movies too.
Okay.
But if I could change it, I'll say Training Day.
Okay.
First 90 minutes of that movie are great, and then it just kind of ends, and I'm like,
I agree with you on that.
Like, just like it could have been so much better.
Yeah,
I guess
I agree with you.
Like I don't know. Just
They wrapped it up,
disappointed.
I think, too quickly.
Yeah.
They got to the end and thought, oh, we got this much left, but we're out of budget. It's over. Kind of like how I play golf. When I hit par, I leave.
After 2 holes.
But that's what it takes.
Mine is The Wolverine.
Oh, that's my number 4.
Put it on the board. Great film until you get to the Metal Samurai.
Yeah, the
You know
Silver
what's
Samurai was
not
terrible.
Really
in
great
Wolverine.
about a lot of what we've talked about tonight, or
What's that?
a lot of these films they're on my watch list coming
Wolverine
up with,
is really good.
with all these X-Men movies.
The Wolverine is good,
It is good.
And in the last 10
but
minutes.
the final battle scene was not.
No. That was your number 4?
That was my number 4.
Number 4 for you, Blake?
Oh, number 4 for me, 2012's Lincoln. I'd like to see him live.
I would change the ending.
Is that when he's a vampire hunter?
No, that was a sequel.
Oh, my bad.
He would prefer the Quentin Tarantino way of doing historical movies.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. That's how Hitler died, right?
Yeah, Hitler died in a fire and
Almost fucking made it.
Nazis.
God damn it!
we didn't tell you which movie.
Yeah, but it's about Nazis.
It's just Nazis. I thought.
the
The goal was
you know, according to Mark Schott, he did build roads.
I'm just saying. I thought the goal was no Nazi talk.
Sorry,
You
sorry,
guys
sorry.
have all been making it
Sorry.
very well known. You don't want to talk about Nazis on this podcast.
My bad.
I do. So
Well,
this is fine for me.
When it's a movie, because we talk about pop culture, we're not talking about
You're still doing it.
real Nazis. We're talking about
Hitler
the
wasn't
movie
real?
version, not the Hitler that was in that Tarantino
Like this
movie.
conspiracy.
I don't know. Just saying.
Number 3 for you, Blake.
Well, number 3, now that I thought about it, I'll hobie it. Now I'll add Jojo Rabbit and the Nazis. It would be nice if his mom didn't die.
Spoilers.
And that wasn't the end.
Well,
That was pretty much in the middle.
To be fair, Blake turned it off after that.
Oh,
actually, you guys read this. Now that I think about it, I read an article talking about how in the actual book, the ending in the movie is a lot different than the actual book. The book is a lot more serious and sinister and dark.
Mm-hmm.
He actually keeps her hidden for like another 3 years and doesn't tell her that the Germans lost the war.
at first I thought you meant his mother.
No, his
He was
mother,
like-
no.
I thought you meant he got his mother's
kept her-
body and was hiding
He
it.
ends up keeping her prisoner for another 3 years. That's fucked up, man.
It is.
All right, but anyways, my real number 3 was Pretty Woman. There's no real reason a millionaire is going to run away with a prostitute.
They,
He should
Texas.
That's a stripper.
should just end with him leaving an envelope on
That's
the
a
table
stripper.
for her. Here you go. Thanks for the good time.
that was the original
difference.
ending.
Yeah.
They went back and
Yeah.
shot a happy ending to appease the people who want the stripper with a heart of gold
Fairy
story.
tale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
What's your number 3, Jeff?
My number 3, I'm going to say The Breakfast Club.
How would you end it?
Ooh.
I would not have them do the makeover on Ali Sheedy's character, and then now she's all of a sudden passable to being beautiful and loved, because that ruined the entire part of her story.
Yep.
And her character.
Yeah, I mean,
But
even if they do go ahead and she does the makeup, and I would have preferred like him saying, putting her coat back on or something, and saying, "No, be you."
But she's
Not,
got
wow, now you're beautiful. I can be with you.
she's got glasses and overalls.
And paint.
Yeah, you're right. She's better off goth looking than
She was much better off with
Yeah.
the goth look.
rather than the preppy.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Wonder Woman.
Oh, that's my number 2.
On the board. Number 3, there's no physical version of Ares. Like, I hate that.
I don't mind.
Killing
I just
Nazis.
thought the way they did
Sorry.
it was terrible. But
I just did not like it.
I mean, you don't have to apologize to me about talking about Nazis.
Sorry. But yeah, I didn't like the
wait.
physical version.
It wasn't Nazis in World War One.
That's right. It was World War One. Sorry. My bad. Just Germans.
If you're going to talk about them,
Make sure it's accurate.
Make sure it's in the proper context.
Apologize. Number 3 for you.
Number 3 for me, I'm gonna say Baby Driver.
Okay.
Just again, one of those like where the first like hour and 20 minutes is just great, and then they got to the end and it just felt like super, like it just felt rushed.
Gotcha.
Like they could have done something different with the ending to make it not feel like it
Gotcha.
was that way.
Number 2.
Number 2 for me, I'm gonna say No Country for Old Men.
Oh, the big speech at the end.
Yeah, just again, one of these like awesome fucking movies. Like just, I mean, from start until just about the end had me, and then I was like, ugh, come on.
Yep.
So,
Come on.
like, and there's no Nazis in Mexico.
I
thought it was Texas.
Well, it's like right on the border.
Oh,
number 2 for me is Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania. Kang should have won. I don't like that he didn't win. It made him a weak villain right off the bat, especially when you're trying to make him this big bad guy and he got attacked by ants.
I can't argue with you on that one.
Number 2 for you?
Number 2 for me was Wonder Woman.
Yep. Number 2 for you?
Number 2 for me was Titanic.
Did you have the ships?
Rose, move over. That's a big wardroom door.
It's not a door.
And refrain, whatever the fuck it was. Shut up, whatever it was. Big enough. And it's hypothermia. It's cold out. You want to be together on top of the door, huddling together, trying to keep your heat.
Her love kept her warm.
Yeah, whatever. And then let's talk about throwing that fucking priceless necklace into the fucking water.
That was terrible.
That was horrible.
Thanks, Grandma. I could have retired.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's just my heirloom, Grandma. Or, hey, we could have paid for this expedition, Grandma.
Just shows you can't trust old people.
No.
I mean, next we'll have to like get a submersible to go down looking for the
Titanic 2.
Don't tell James Cameron.
Trademark. Number 1 for you?
Number 1, I hope it.
Don't do it.
I had to
Don't.
hope it.
we know it's coming.
Last Jedi.
I had to hope it. Well, it starts with The Force Awakens. Let's not kill Han Solo off.
But he wanted to.
Seriously, yeah, and despite what Harrison Ford wanted, you could have at least saved it to the end.
Okay.
All right? Give him a heroic death or stuff like, other than, sweaty Kylo Ren. I know what I have to do. And then The Last Jedi and that fucking train wreck, fucking Force Luke at the end, fucking...
Well, Force Luke at the end was great.
Flying Leia, whatever the fuck, man. Don't
that
kill
wasn't
Luke.
the end.
I agree.
Flying Leia was in the middle.
No killing Luke. I agree. Same thing. Rise of the Skywalker. If you didn't think it'd get any worse, Jesus Christ, fucking zombie Palpatine and fucking Rey. No, I'm Skywalker.
But what about the end of it? Would you change?
Oh, fucking no, the end was stupid too. We're gonna bring every ship in the universe to hear the big battle. But whatever, that fucking ending was so fucking
when
stupid.
did the baseball announcer announce the big battle for Star Wars?
It was in
Well,
the
we got a starfighter on third base there. Kylo Ren's bringing in a relief pitcher here.
I signaled to the bullpen.
General Hawk. What do you got, General Hawk?
We're going to the bullpen, bringing out all the Alliance ships.
I had
it was all 3 of those endings. I could just fucking change all the endings of all this because they suck so bad.
number 1 for you.
Number 1 for me, I'm going to say Back to the Future.
How would you change it? Ooh.
This is something I saw. Something where there was an interview with Crispin Glover, and he was talking about what he didn't like. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, I kind of agree with him.
Okay.
He didn't like the fact that he didn't want the family to be all super rich at the end, because that's pretty much saying money equals happiness.
Yeah.
It's like, they can still be happy, but all of a sudden now they're just total, they got all this money. He's a famous author and all that. And he fought against them doing that. And they told him, shut up and just act.
It's coming.
Got a storm coming. Okay. Real quick, number 1, Rise of Skywalker. Kylo Ren should have stayed a villain and not changed over.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that
Kylo
too.
Ren, I love you, Rey.
Ren, I know what I have to do.
Stay a villain. Number 1 for you, Brian.
Number 1 for me is going to be Law Abiding Citizen.
Saw that on some, yeah.
Again, one of these movies where like they went a certain way with the plot, and then at the very end they just completely ignored everything in the first part of the movie. And like, so like Jamie Foxx's character, like he's the lawyer, and you know he's agreeing to all the demands of Gerard Butler, like doing everything that he's doing. So obviously he has, you know, some sort of a compass. He's not, you know, fighting back with him, and then all of a sudden at the end he just
changes his mind
and blows. Like it's just frustrating, like the way that they ended that movie, because it was a great plot
Up until.
we
had 2 listener feedbacks here. Doctor number 1, Passion of the Christ. Shawshank Redemption.
You want him to live, too?
The police should have recaptured Andy. Rocky 5, Tommy Gunn wins. Clue, the murderer gets away with it. And The Social Network. A meteor or asteroid hits Zuckerberg, and we never get social media.
I mean, we would have gotten it.
All humanity.
Let's see here. And then finally... let's see here. Sorry. Here, Steve at Everything I Learned from Movies. He had I Am Legend, Sam the Dog Lives.
Yeah.
Home Alone, the Wet Bandits beat the hell out of Kevin McAllister, who is fueled by rage and vengeance, and later becomes the Jigsaw Killer from Saw. Little Rascals, a random race car veers off the track and kills a rich spectator in a hilarious manner.
That's what he wants. Nice.
Death Proof. We have a post-credit scene where Lee and Jasper hit it off and go on their own Dirty Mary Crazy Larry adventures. Okay.
It's been a while since
And Titanic. They don't steal the ending from the vastly superior movie Congo and toss a diamond into the void, but instead Rose scooches a cheek on the floating door, and Old Man Jack, played by Burgess Meredith, shows up at the end. Change approved. Change approved.
I'm going to throw out an honorable mention. It's not necessarily the end I want to change, but maybe the entire second half of the movie.
Yeah.
And that was The Island.
Oh, jeez.
Started out promising, and then turned into a chase and explosion fest.
Yeah.
Where you took a pretty interesting science fiction, moral dilemma story and just turned it into explosion chase.
Don't hit that lever.
And the big lever that says, "Do not turn off this switch."
Bad idea of the week, number 93. Skip Bayless. Let's see here.
God, he might be higher.
37. He's both. Titles for the show. I do like chicken skin. Hi, I'm Skip. You're an Asterisk Man. And that's all I had.
Let's see. I had... Oh, I can't even read my own writing. Oh, giant fucking clown hands. It could be classy. Point Flash. The Winter Dragon. And if I sign it, will you go away?
Brian?
The only thing I wrote down was no Nazis in Mexico.
So what do you got? What do you like, Jeff?
I don't know if I like any of them.
I like You're an Asterisk Man.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Okay, we're doing with that.
I can go with that. You're an Asterisk Man.
We'll be back next week, possibly with Sean from the Pittsburgh Nerd podcast.
Well, and now we'll be very disappointed if you're not Sean, so
yeah,
show up.
And
I'll be very disappointed either way. So
thanks everybody for listening, and Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history, not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.